Look, get my line, I get ready. Feeling too trippy, get it cracking like a levy. I'ma show them all how to party if they let me. Cue the countdown and release the confetti. The party don't start till I get there. Sit it's all in the rest and it ain't fair. I've been waiting on this moment my whole life. Yeah, give me my crown if it's just right. You make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. Watch this. Pull up with the top down. Ain't anything. I'm way too hot now. I radiate. Don't need a rear view. They behind me. Cause my future's so bright in my blind. Hold up. Why I gotta shine so bright? Don't need a reason. Escorting my haters out. They wish you sleep. Can't be nobody else. I'ma be myself. So they gon' have to watch me treat myself. You make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. You make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? You make it look good. You make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. Watch this.
Watch this. What's going on, everybody? It is Friday. We have made it through another week. Okay, this is December. It's a little cold outside. I don't know how it is where y'all are, but I just want to shout out to everybody that made it through the week. Hope you all are doing well on this Friday afternoon. Listen, I thought that it would be kind of cool if we did some a sovereign citizen, which by the way happens to be pulled over in my hometown of Pensacola, Florida. Okay, I'm I'm kind of I'm kind of surprised. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised. Didn't really expect to see this coming from good old 850 Pensacola. I really wasn't expecting it. So I said, you know what? Since everybody would like to talk about Florida and how crazy Florida is, right? I said, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm going to show this sovereign citizen. But then after we watched this sovereign citizen, I thought that it would be fun for us to go over and look at a scam fish, okay? Now, the scam fish that we're going to be doing today is a woman who believes in her heart of hearts that Kevin Costner is in love with her. That's right. Dancing with Wolves, Field of Dreams, JFK, Kevin Costner is in love with her. All right. So I just thought that I would bring that to you because, well, she's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Okay. All right. So that is what we're doing today. How's everybody doing? You all doing good? I hope you are. I hope you got something fun planned for the weekend. I know I do. I hope you got some good stuff going. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, do not put a lot of pressure, okay, on yourself for these holidays, okay? Don't do it to yourself. All right. Let yourself rewind and review and refresh and do all these things. It's December. I know everybody's Christmas, 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 and all this other stuff and all the commercials, but take time for yourself. All right. Don't get caught up in all this stuff. All right. So today, I want you to kick your feet up. Okay. I want you to kick your feet up, and I want you to just enjoy what I'm about to show you over here. And like I said, we're gonna start out in my hometown of Pensacola, Florida. Okay, that's what we're doing today. All right, but I cannot do the show without you, and you all know that. So let's see who is here. We got Coffee is Brewing in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Ms. Mad About Music is also here. Mary Willis is here. Says, hey, hey, Native and Tribe, we make it look good. Mary Willis, I want to thank you. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I appreciate you so much. Mary Willis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ms. Mad About Music is also here. Sound Checking That is also in the house. Toddy Jackson is in here as well. Shirley Testified finally in the building. Miss Buckeye 99 also here. Hello, hello, hello. Sound Checking That is also in the building. I got Trina 2 also here. Just Nikki is here, and also I have let me see. Shirley Testified finally said, "Lord, I hope I don't get fired for laughing too loud with this crazy chat." And I love. Listen, Shirley, Testified finally. Let me tell you something. Between this sovereign citizen and this scamfish, it might just happen. Okay, you might want to go into a soundproof room if there's a way that you can close a door, because I'm telling you, this shit is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Okay, Butterfly Diva says, "Hey y'all, in native, I'm off my good job today because of a little snow. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Enjoy your snow day." Okay. Cross Country Cruiser is also in the house. Kimmy Who is here. Hello, hello, hello. GC also here says, "Hi Native Tribe. I've been laughing at sovereign people all week. Wait till you get a load of this lady right here, okay?" Ms. Niecy's in the house. Hello, Ms. Niecy. How are you? Hope you are doing well. Justin's mom's also in the building. We also have here Say says it's snowing there. Hello, Say. Be careful in the snow. I'm afraid of it. Denise Marie is here and says it's 30 degrees in Jersey. My, that's very cold. Major's wife says, "Hey, Native and Tribe." Hello, Major's wife. How are you? Hope you are doing well. Pretty Frugal Divas here says, "Don't make me mad on a Friday." Kevin Costner is in love with this lady, okay? All right, just know that, okay? Just know that. We also have JMM55 joining us today. Says, "Oh, been waiting for another sovereign citizen video." Yeah, this one is this lady's something else. Shark Tank Life is also here. Hello, Shark Tank Life. How are you? Hope you are doing well. DMV 703 also in the building. Hello, hello, hello. Tall and Talented is here and says it's 29 degrees in Connecticut. That's why I live in Georgia. Tall and Talented. Okay. Jeez. 29 degrees. Wow. Wow. Miss Principal's here. This is what y'all lying about. We ain't lying about nothing, Miss Principal. Come on in and kick your feet up, okay? 501 Queen is here. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Ducky Dexter's also in the house. Low High is also here with us on a Friday afternoon. All right, so, folks, it's something about being from Florida, okay? I love my state. I do. I love being a Floridian. Okay. Grew up with a lot of great seafood, a lot of great weather, beaches, beautiful scenery, the whole nine, right? But there's some parts I'm not too excited about. Okay. All right. Some things not too excited about, right? We always get the crazy people in the news, and we always hear about Florida this and Florida that, Florida man, and all this other crazy shit, right? So sometimes it's hard. It's hard to go over these things when they happen in Florida, okay? All right? Specifically, Pensacola, my hometown, okay? But you know what? I said in all fairness and transparency, okay? I want to be fair and transparent, okay? I'm going to show y'all this, all right? I'm going to show y'all this. And listen, I know exactly where this traffic stop takes place. I've been here. This is on the west side of Pensacola, okay? And yeah. This young lady is a trip. So let's get into this, okay? so I can get it out the way, all right? Let's get it started.
Show me how I can better with river. Can you roll the window down, please? Hey, how are you? Alright. Hey, I'm Officer Massey. I'm stopping the vehicle for two different reasons. First reason is your license is suspended. Okay, and secondly, your headlights are not on and it's raining outside. Go ahead. Did you know that your license was suspended?
That tag's supposed to be on a Mazda.
10-4.
Could you call us sergeant?
10-4.
No, I cannot.
What I copied 2 Charlie K King.
You're more than welcome to call 435-1845 and request one, but he's not going to come out just for you requesting to talk to him. I'm perfectly capable of doing my job, okay? Do you have any questions in reference to why I stopped you? Okay, so I'll need 3 things from you. Your license, your registration on the vehicle, and your insurance. Say again?
I don't conspire in business.
I don't know what that means, ma'am.
I don't conspire in your business.
She said, I don't conspire in your business. Okay? All right? I don't conspire. I feel like if you're going to do this shit, at least be able to say all the words properly, or at least be able to express yourself properly. This helper said, I don't conspire, okay, in your business. All right? Okay? All right? That's how you know she's sovereign citizen. That's how we know for sure that she is sovereign citizen. All day long. That's right, cross-country cruiser. She don't conspire in your business. Okay? All right? See what I'm saying? That's right. That's right. I don't conspire in your business, right? Yep. Now, mind y'all, when I first saw this, right, I, at this point, did not know that this was Pensacola, Florida. Had no idea, right? So I'm thinking to myself, like, where the fuck is she from? I don't conspire in your business. And then, I find out in just a few moments that this is Pensacola. Okay. Okay. So that's how we start. This is how this is starting. Okay.
I do not understand. I don't answer.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license?
212.
Okay. So, man, this is going to go...
State national, I don't care.
Okay. So, listen, this is going to go one way and one way only. Okay. You are going to identify yourself. And if you refuse to, I'm going to remove you from the vehicle and I'm going to place you under arrest.
I'm not refusing.
You are.
Because I'm not complying.
Okay. You're in violation of 2 Florida state statutes, and you have to provide your license, or you have to identify yourself. You have not done either of those.
I've identified myself as
Okay.
a state national.
Sure. Go ahead. Start me another. So, here's the deal. Okay.
I do not contract and I do not answer.
Okay.
10-4, we're just going to see if you were direct on my traffic left tag.
Yeah, I'm 0.6. I'm just stand by. So here's the deal. Okay.
198 97. 10-4.
I'm gonna give you one more chance, okay, to provide your identification.
What's that 5? You take over?
And if you don't, you're going to jail.
No.
Yeah, he's 10-4.
Because I'm super nice, right? If you just provide your ID, you might just get a...
So here's the deal, right? Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Today,
Hold on.
back in the courtroom of...
So here's the deal, right? So he is literally trying not to take her to jail, right? He's doing everything that he can to explain to her, here's what I need, right? Here's what I need, and I need from you all to just provide me with this information. If you provide this information to me, then everything will be fine, right? Now, I want you all to really, really, really pay attention to the way that he is speaking to her, because she's going to say something at the end that's not going to make any sense at all. But you got to be paying attention to what he's saying right now in order for you to catch it, okay? So Pretty Frugal Diva says, why do they believe this will work? I don't know. Trust me when I tell you I'm always baffled by these, and I've seen hundreds of these, Pretty Frugal Diva, and I don't fucking know why they think this is a thing. I really, really don't. I really, really don't. Hello, Beverly Pierce. Welcome in. Justin's mom says, finally not a Michigan sovereign citizen. Being in Florida is too funny. Yeah, well, we got them. Apparently, we got them too. Okay. I really don't understand, but I want you all to understand that this cop isn't just coming to her and saying, give me a license, get out the car. No, he's really being completely polite. He's being completely professional. and she is absolutely refusing, even though she's saying that she's not refusing. She's totally refusing to give this information.
Warning, you know, but when behavior like this continues,
I have not.
I'm more likely to write okay, so you have to identify yourself.
My hands are in my lap.
Sure.
And I've identified myself as a
How?
state national.
Okay.
I do not do this.
You're on the roadway in the state of Florida,
Contract.
and you're in violation of 2 state statutes, and you have still not identified yourself after I've asked several times, okay? So get out of the vehicle. Come on, get out of the vehicle. Turn away from me. Turn away from me. Turn around. Hands behind your back. Interlock your hands like you're praying. Gotcha. Ma'am, if you'll just sit tight for me, okay? I'll come back and talk to you.
198.
Take a step to your right, please. Take a step to your right, please. I don't want you to get all soaking wet. Is there anyone else in here besides? Hey, baby, you okay? Okay, just 1 second, okay? I'll walk her back. If you'll just stand with the rest, I think we'll be good with that. Ma'am, do you have anything on your person you're not supposed to have? Okay. Over here.
I'd like to give you notice.
Hey, Officer Thompson, swap with me, please. And if you'll search her, they're okay. I'm not worried about them. They've been chill the whole time.
I'd like for you to take notice that I've you know, let
Okay.
you know.
Alrighty.
All right. Hey, just stay stable.
Hey, ma'am, how are you?
And the thing is that she's not even good at being a sovereign citizen, okay? She's not even good at this shit. Like, she's not even one of the ones that comes out with all the great words and all the great... She has fucked up the words from the beginning, right? And here's the deal. There is a child in the car, all right? So her child is in the car. So the problem I also have with these sovereign citizens is that they always have they put their children in harm's way. They put their children in harm's way. They put the other people in the car in harm's way. And it's like, why are you doing this? Now your child has to go to the Department of Family and Children's Services, right? And, you know, now you got to go through that rigmarole when you do get out. But for what, though? For what? AB Nola says, do we have sovereign citizens in New Orleans? More than likely, yes. More than likely you do. The thing is that with a lot of these channels, they don't really get cop cams from every state and every city. So more than likely you do. This is a nationwide movement. And what you'll find, especially like in this case right here, is that the sovereign citizens hide behind being a sovereign citizen because they have other issues. They're hiding behind, they got warrants or they got other tickets or they can't get a license. So they go to being a sovereign citizen in order to hide behind those other things. So they ultimately are criminals. Like 99% of them are criminals that are trying to find a loophole in the law. But more than likely, yes. More than likely, they are in New Orleans. They are everywhere. Okay. Kimmy Who says Jiffy Pop Bonnet has a dead giveaway that there was going to be shenanigans. Not Jiffy Pop. What you know about Jiffy Pop, Kimmy Who? My God. Jiffy Pop. Okay. Hello, my Ty. How are you? Mary Willis says, got to give out more money getting out of jail. Exactly. It's like, let's just make a simple traffic stop be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars versus paying a fine that could be, $100 or less. You know what I mean? Now we're talking about impounding the car and all this other craziness. So yeah, Mary Willis, it makes something simple, just be blown out of proportion. Analytical One says statutes need to be updated to allow additional charges for infractions committed while wearing a bonnet. Damn it, man. Damn it, Analytical One, not the bonnet. Oh man, not the bonnet. My God. Not the bonnet. Jeez. Let's listen to this poorly scripted sovereign citizen.
What's the deal with her?
I don't know, but she was taking me and trying to...
Do you know her? I mean, obviously, is she just giving you a ride or what?
You had to get me on the phone. See, I'm not from here.
Okay, I got you.
I didn't know my way.
What's your relation to her? Just a friend or?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the child with you, or is the child with her? Okay.
She was trying to help me get my phone.
Sure.
For acting, no.
Go ahead. Okay, I'm sorry.
I can have, be able to know to get the phone because I got to have my phone because I'm from this city.
Yes, ma'am.
All my information in the phone. My phone.
Does that Lilo and Stitch bag belong to her or you? Huh? Is that your mom that was driving? Yeah. That's your mommy? Is that her backpack? It's y'all's together? Okay. Alrighty. Thompson, if you'll come back here for me, please. Y'all just sit tight for me, okay?
And can I say that in all my time in living in Pensacola, the police were never this nice to me whenever I did have interactions with the police. I'm going to tell y'all this. These body cams have actually straightened up a lot of these officers' attitudes, okay? I've been pulled over by the Pensacola Police Department before, and let me just tell you this. Them motherfuckers was never this nice to me, okay? I just want to set that. I want to make sure you all understand that this is some shit that because these people know that they are being recorded, that it has changed their attitude significantly, right? I remember being pulled over not too far from where this stop happened when I was probably in my 20s, I believe. I remember, I had to be in my 20s. So yeah, not too far from where this stop is, which is on Gregory Street, which is on the west side of Pensacola, like I said. I got pulled over and the police just said I fit the description of somebody that did something, and I don't even know what it was. And this cop had his gun pulled out on me. So let me just tell you, the Pensacola Police Department are not known, because I don't want y'all to leave with the impression that my hometown got the nicest police in the world, okay? That ain't the case, all right? And it's not just me. There's a lot of other black men in Pensacola that can attest to the fact that the Pensacola Police Department ain't never been this nice, all right? So I just want to make sure that I paint a fair picture, okay? This is how they are acting on June the 11th of 2025, but this has not always been their behavior. Okay? I'm just saying.
There's a kid in the fucking back seat too. Her child. 175 40 150. Thank you. Hey, so she's coming southbound on Pace, no headlights on. It's clearly raining and she should have headlights on.
Is there wipers running?
I couldn't tell. Okay. Headlights weren't on though. Every other car that was passing her all had their headlights on, and it was raining pretty good. Yeah. Stop her, she's pulling the hole, not replying to any of my questions, not answering nothing. I want a supervisor. I'm like, you're more than welcome to call 435-1845 and request one. I asked her maybe 6-7 times, like, you need to identify yourself. She's refusing, saying I don't have to, so I pull her out of the car. She's in the back of my car currently. She's a kid in the back seat. I don't really know what to do about that. She also has a passenger that she...
Have a warrant, or?
I don't know. I haven't even got positive on her yet. I ran the plate. It comes back to a female who kind of looks like her. I'm unable to. I haven't looked at that yet. Okay. The license also is not valid for whoever that is, whoever the vehicle belongs to. Black female around her age, looks like her. I don't.
I'll try to talk with her. See what we got.
Yeah. 1 second.
I gave her a few minutes. If not, we'll have to contact DCF to see if they can take custody of the kid in the meantime. She's just got a few minutes to think about it before we decide.
Don't I get to talk or call someone about my child?
I would love to do that for you.
About harassment or coercion?
Is Billy's for your...
Harassment or coercion?
Is your dad's number 418?
Listening?
Okay, well, that chance is ended. We're just going to do the DCF route then.
Disagree. And I've asked that you call a sergeant and identify me correctly.
You just spoke to one.
I asked that you identify me correctly. Identify me correctly. This is kidnapping and it's coercion to threaten me behind this well-being of my daughter.
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? This is kidnapping. Do you remember when Quentin told Nesto that he was being kidnapped? You being kidnapped, man. You remember that? Miss Principal says, what is there to do in Pensacola? There is, I mean, it's just like any place else. I mean, we have, nightclubs. There's a night scene. There's the beach, of course. And so, and there's lots and lots of great seafood from the Gulf of Mexico. So, I mean, there's things to do. Just like any place else. Is it Atlanta? No. Is there like hundreds and hundreds of clubs? No, but there are places to hang out. So, I know, when I was there, we used to have a good time. We used to have a good time. So yeah, it's stuff to do. Pretty Philly Babe, thank you so much for the super chat. Says it's official. Native is on. I'm done working for the day. I hope Native being on did not mean that was the end of your work day. I hope not. Lord have mercy. But thank you so much, Pretty Philly Babe, for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Ducky Dexter says, I just remember good food. Yeah, the food is, oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, indeed. JMM55 said, kidnapping. Yes, this is kidnapping according to these people, right? They don't do what they're supposed to do, and then when they get arrested is kidnapping. Yes, that's how that works in their eyes, right? Analytical one says, passengers like, that child ain't none of my concern, but my phone. That's right. I'm trying to get my phone. I'm trying to get my phone. Okay. Miss Principal says, I was stationed in Pensacola and it was boring to me, but I'm from Orlando. Yeah, I mean, well, honestly, I'm going to be completely real with you. It depends on when you were in Pensacola, because the scene does change. Places do close. And I know that when I was living there, we had a lot more clubs than I think they do now. There was a lot. I know that they have like something that they do downtown that they started since I've moved here. But yeah, I mean, it really depends. It really depends on when you were there. So, could have been nothing, could have been something. I don't know. But yeah, apparently there's nothing more to do for this lady than to join the sovereign citizen movement, right? So, so there's that. Okay, so there's that. It was 2009, year before I left. It was still a few things going on out there. It was a few things, not a lot, but it was a few things. So Butterfly Diva says, why does weird stuff happen in Florida? That's kind of a loaded question, okay? Because see, Florida is actually 3 different places. I've said this before and I'll say it again. There's North Florida, there's Central Florida, and there's South Florida. So depending on where you are in the state, right? Different things happen, right? Because because there's different populations, and I don't know. It's kind of a hard thing to say why weird stuff happens in Florida when weird stuff happens everywhere, right? But I think Florida gets a lot of Florida just gets a lot of attention. I'll just say that because I've heard of other shit happening in other places, but Florida just gets a lot of attention. I'll just say that, okay? Jet Black Straight, thank you so much for being here. Leo Lady, thank you so much for being here. Let's listen to the way this lady. Now listen to the way this lady's talking to this guy, right?
Are you aware of that? Are you upset because you feel that you don't have the correct information? I'm entitled to that.
You're entitled to nothing.
Excuse me? You're saying I don't have rights?
You do.
Okay.
But if I don't want to let you speak to them, I'm not going to.
Well, you were nasty from the beginning, sweetheart.
Oh, was I really? I think I'm actually very nice.
No, you weren't.
I found positive on her. Oh, she's habitual too.
Oh, that's why. She have a warrant?
8121.
Yeah, that's why.
Black Toyota Tundra.
And you're a habitual traffic offender too, so.
I'm not a traffic offender.
Yeah.
She is a habitual traffic offender. Okay? She is a habitual She's a habitual traffic offender, y'all. Okay? All right. V. Lenore, thank you so much for being here. V. Lenore says, I walk in the room and the first thing I hear is Native trying to make excuses for Florida. God, please help him. Nobody makes more excuses for their state than V. Lenore and Black but Not Bitter. I'm just saying. I've heard more Ohio excuses than a little bit, okay? But the question was asked to me, V. Lenore, and I was answering the question, okay? All right? Okay? All right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. V. Lenore in the house, y'all, okay? All right. Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right. So, Mata says, do you think Florida attention comes from Disney's purchase of the Bible? No. Okay. The answer is no. I don't. I don't. All right. JMM55 says, y'all need some real cold weather in Florida so folks will stay off the streets. Look, JMM55, here's the deal, right? In Pensacola, while I was at home, it was in the mid 30s the entire time I was there. So North Florida, we do get a little chilly. All right. We do get a little chilly. It's them Central and South Florida folks that don't never see no cold weather. Okay. All right. V. Lenore says, fortunately, we don't have to make excuses as often as Floridians do. Yeah, you do. Because every time we put somebody on from Ohio, oh, they from Shaker Heights. See, that's northwest Ohio. No, that's not where we're. No, that's the southern part. They're down by Kentucky. Remember that? Remember that, V. Lenore? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Sure enough. Sure enough. Butterfly Diva says the crazy thing we had happen in Virginia this week is that drunk raccoon. I saw that, Butterfly Diva. I saw that the damn was it a liquor store that the raccoon broke into and ended up drinking some of the liquor and fell out in the bathroom? Oh my God, that is insane. That is absolutely insane. But listen to this though. Listen to this.
You're a habitual traffic offender, so you're going to get a felony for that too.
Gary Gaston. The tag expired in 2023.
Hey, she's habitual too. That's probably part of it. Hey,
My proper paperwork
question for you.
is home, and Miss Rivers can provide that one.
Can Miss Rivers take possession of this vehicle as well, so we don't have to tow it? I don't want to have to tow it.
There's no problem.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it.
Y'all check that haircut out. Y'all did y'all see the haircut? Huh? Do y'all see the haircut? Is the haircut an indication? Is the haircut an indication of what all the hell is going on inside this lady's head? Can we look at this haircut and to make a determination on the outside of her head what's going on the inside of her head? And y'all wonder why this lady was wearing a bonnet. Okay? Y'all want to know why this lady had on a bonnet? Damn it, Bridget Weaver Hicks, you want to know why this lady had on a bonnet? This is why this lady had on a bonnet, okay? I'm just saying. Somebody told me a long time ago, and I believe it to be true. Okay. All right. Hairline infraction. Stop it. I believe this to be true. All right. You can look in somebody's eyes and tell that they're kind of off, right? Somebody told me this. Somebody told me this a long time ago. And I was like, nah, that ain't true. Nah, that ain't true. But then over the years, I kind of started to look and see like if I could look in somebody's eyes and tell that they crazy. Now I'm gonna leave this still shot up here so y'all can see exactly what I'm getting to. If you look at this lady's eyes, can you not tell that this lady is off? This lady is off. Okay. She is obviously a little touched. Okay. I don't know why the other lady. You said her hairline is chew. I don't know why the other lady in the passenger seat needed a ride from her Specifically, like she must have been desperate for a ride to go get her a phone because God duh, this heifer looks crazy as shit. Okay. And again, what the hell is she even looking at right now? What is she even looking at right now? I don't understand. Granny the Great said, is that a wig cap? I don't know, Granny the Great. I don't understand what the hell going on right now. I don't. Okay. Miss Principal, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Cynthia in my angelica voice. Look, Miss Principal, she's having a rough day. Okay. She is having a rough day. But yes, the woman he chose says that she's still stuck on the drunk raccoon. The raccoon fell out. Okay, the raccoon fell out in the bathroom. It's actually pretty damn funny, but the raccoon did fall out. Yeah. Ms. Mad About Music says the other lady seems a little touched too. Yeah, but not this. Look at her. Just look at her. Okay, this lady's having a bad day. All right, this lady is having a bad day. Yeah. Ducky Duxon said really rough. Yeah, it's a rough day. It is a rough day. But why AB Nola said her hairline looked chewed? Huh? She said her hairline looked chewed. And it do. It looked like somebody chewed on it. It do.
Hey, she's good with her taking the car. En route to county, copy starting.
You're a very nasty young man.
21,680.
She said you're a really nasty young man. Now I want y'all to remember I want y'all to think about this entire interaction, right? This entire interaction, this cop has been nothing but polite and professional. Keep that in mind, okay? She said you're a really nasty young man. Okay? A.B. Nola says she looks like she will pull her own hair out and eat it. How do we know she hadn't already done that, A.B. Nola? I'm just saying. Mixtress Monica says, send the raccoon to an AA meeting. Raccoon was drinking the good liquor. That raccoon had fallen all the way out. All the way out. That shit did trip me out. But y'all, she said that the officer was a nasty young man. Listen to everything else she tells him.
I disagree, but hey, everyone's able to have their own opinion.
Guess what, though?
What?
You came up, and because you know what you do as a form of business, you mistaken me for a regular, Joe. The idea is you did not provide me the common
North Carolina,
or answer your questions like they should be answered.
You know why?
00039461289.
Just so you know.
You know why I decided not to allow you to do any of that?
Need a reason.
Because of your behavior and how you're acting. You don't deserve anything right now.
Excuse me? Because of my views? Is that what you said?
I said your behavior.
What behavior? I did not yell. I did not force myself or voice on you or anyone that you were with. I didn't struggle with you. What do you mean? What was my behavior to your standard?
This would have went much easier if you just provided your information like everyone else does from the beginning.
To provide that information is that not doing business with you. So I have to conduct business the correct way. Is that not true?
100%. I agree with you.
Okay, all right. So
Which you refuse to do.
hold on a minute. I let you know that I didn't have my proper paperwork on my vessel. And that I do have it. Yes?
None of those words were said.
I asked for a sergeant.
Yep.
And a sergeant has a protocol to call as well.
Oh, really? Does he? Okay, interesting.
He has the overstanding to do business as it should be done.
Well.
Yes. Just so you know, darling.
Gotcha. Well.
I'm just letting you know. I promise you, my paperwork is in the correct order, and I'm not ordered.
Sure. Well, it wasn't presented to me like you're statutorily required to.
You can go back and forth and talk over me all day, but it is a way that you treat people that it doesn't have to go that way. So just so you know, you were very rude.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh.
I know that your ego might be high, and you're in a position where you might not like people to tell you what but you're no better than anyone else.
I love to hear that stuff, though. It's metal.
Furthermore, could you put some gloves on? Because you have the sniffles, and I would like to, stay safe.
No, I'm okay. Thank you, though.
No, that's for my safety.
You see this,
So now she wants him to put gloves on because he's been sniffling and coughing and hacking. Now, you all have been watching this with me, right? Have you heard this man coughing or hacking? I mean, literally, y'all, these motherfuckers make this shit up as they go. Everything is a problem. She's saying that he was rude. We all heard this man go out of his way to avoid this thing happening the way that it is happening, right? That's why I say you got to pay attention, because if you listen to her, you would think that, oh my God, this cop has been so mean to her, so rude to her. Oh my God, this cop. No, nothing could be further from the truth. So, I don't understand why you would go through this rather than just get a fucking driver's license. But I guess in her case, she really can't. Or I don't know if her being habitual has anything to do with it, but it just seems like she just I don't know what it is that's preventing her from being able to just be a legitimate driver, but she'd rather go through this than get a license, I guess. I don't know.
plastic barrier between us?
Touched me.
Okay.
Touched me. And
Sure.
hacking and coughing. Since you've seen.
Hacking and coughing?
Yes.
That's interesting.
It's really not, darling. I pay good attention.
Gotcha.
I don't know if it's the cocaine habit or what, but the idea is.
That's a new one.
No, it's not.
It'll be alright.
You think so?
100%.
People's right to bother you. I just ask, I do a lot of work for.
Do people's rights bother me?
Yes. You go about your life, going against people's rights, so I just wonder if it bothers you.
No, those things are very important.
I know that they're important. You didn't answer my question. I asked, did they bother you?
I answered it.
Does it bother you?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Sleep well at night? Just a question. No need to answer. It's the attitude. I just want to know if it
Hey, let me ask you this. Do you also own a white Honda? Your daughter said you did.
should listen to children.
She said you put the license plate from that car on the one you just got stopped in. I would assume because that one's valid.
I think my solder plate is in the car, because that's the one I ride with.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's another good way to go to jail.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Darling. You ever wonder how a person can be so habitualized and never do time?
I have no clue what that means.
Oh, well, you look at my record and you thought you could tell me that. Just wonder.
Oh, because it says it and I can read.
Yeah,
Habitual traffic violator.
It says it, but what is the time? Typically when you get that many, you go somewhere.
Well, maybe after this one.
Maybe not.
She was charged with resisting arrest without violence and driving with a suspended or revoked license. On October 30th, she was found guilty of resisting arrest. However, the charge for driving with a suspended license was dropped, resulting in a no-file disposition.
Yeah, so again, we're talking about somebody that went to jail unnecessarily, right? Put her family in harm's way unnecessarily, right? I mean, y'all, I'm just saying. It's bad. It's bad. Okay, so check this out. So what I'm going to do now, all right, is we're going to go, and I want to show y'all another one. And this guy, I have been wanting to show you all so bad for so long, okay? Let me just pull this down real quick, and let me pull up the other one, okay? Because this next guy, this next sovereign citizen, here's the deal, right? Here's the thing. Everybody, okay, let's just say this. The sovereign citizen thing is stupid, right? We all agree on that, right? But some people are too stupid to do the sovereign citizen thing right, right? So what I want to do now is this guy I wanted to show you all is kind of like he's Nestorish. He's Nestorish because he doesn't know how to say words and the words that he say come out incorrectly. Okay. This one is from the channel Team Skeptic. All right. So there will be a few interruptions with his commentary, but I just wanted to show you all this because, well, this guy is just hilarious to me. All right. So we'll go through this one and then we will get to our Kevin Costner scamfish. Okay. Watch this.
Let's get on the record, please. Ms. Rivers, this is 24 SC 003257, State versus Ricky Pierce. Mr. Pierce is in court. He was at an earlier proceeding. He and I had a long conversation about self-representation. I've entered an order allowing him to represent himself or honoring his request to represent himself. Today, we're going to cover three things, Mr. Pierce. One, we need to do your arraignment.
Does Mr. Pierce look like... Does Mr. Pierce, just from the outside, okay, we're just going to look, all right? You know, they say never judge a book by its cover, but I want y'all to look at the cover on this book, all right? And I want y'all to tell me, does the cover on this book look like this finna be a good book? I'm just saying. Before we get into that, though, don't fart on my thighs. Celebrating 9 months of membership. That's right, y'all. We have a member milestone during the daytime. Don't fart on my thighs says, I'm late, but here, native, trap, and smoky. Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for the member milestone. That is right. We got a member milestone. Thank you so much for the member milestone. Don't fart on my thigh, who's been rocking with the tribe for 9 months. All right. Yes, Bible lady, get the inhaler. Okay, you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. Okay. Mr. Pierce, okay, is gonna represent himself. All right. Y'all ready for Mr. Pierce? I don't know if y'all can tell by the look on this man's face, but get ready for Mr. Pierce, okay? Hello, Tessie Jewel. Thank you so much for being here.
Because we weren't sure if you were going to have a lawyer or be your own representative, I held off on arraignment, so we got to do arraignment. Two, I'm going to, on the record, get you the paper part of your discovery, which you can take with you. And then three, we're going to talk about scheduling so that your case catches up with Mr. Baker's. So let's start with the arraignment.
Before we can get into that, it's a lot of issues that I had that I want to address before we get started.
Oh shit! Oh shit! It's a lot of issues, y'all. It's a lot of issues, y'all. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go.
The arraignment. It's a lot of issues, a lot of questions that I have that I need to be answered.
Okay. So why don't you give me an example of one of the questions, and then I'm actually going to decide whether we do arraignment first or your questions first.
Well, the law state that in Hagen versus Levine state that anytime a jurisdiction is challenged, that it must be proven before the case proceeds.
Anytime jurisdiction for the cake concede. Yeah, imagine if Nesto tried to read a sovereign citizen script, and that's what you get in this guy. That's right. Well, Beverly Pierce, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure this guy is not related to you, Beverly Pierce, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Analytical one said he about to stand on business. Wrong business, but business nonetheless. That's right. That's what he about to do. That is what he is about to do. I'm gonna let y'all hear. I'm gonna let y'all hear this shit one more time. I'm gonna let y'all hear Mr. Pierce. No relation to Beverly Pierce, by the way, but I'm gonna let y'all hear Mr. Pierce one more time.
I'm actually going to decide whether we do arraignment first or your questions first.
Well, the law state that in Hagen versus Levine state that anytime a jurisdiction is challenged, that it must be proven before the case proceeds.
Anytime a jurisdiction is challenged, it must be before the case can proceed. Did y'all get it this time? Huh? Did y'all get it this time? A lady 747, did you get that? Did you get that, a lady 747? Listen, a lady 747, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I do not remember, don't fart, but hey. You know, folks is always changing their name, a lady 747, but thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, jurisdiction. That's right. But jurisdiction, but before it must be proceed. Yeah, Beverly Pierce, make sure that you separate yourself as far away from this Mr. Pierce as you can, okay? But he's just getting started, y'all. He is just getting started. Watch this.
Okay.
And you're trying to proceed with this case without establishing jurisdiction first. That's the law, Your Honor.
Okay. It will.
Look how he looking. He looking like he is, like this is his drop the mic moments, okay? This is the drop the mic moment. He looking like he just laid down the law for this judge. Look at the look on his face, y'all. He is confident that he is about to, he done said some shit. Okay? Okay? Look, Bible lady, thank you for the member milestone. Says, who did what a jury audition now? It gets better. It gets better. Bible lady, thank you so much for the member milestone. Listen, it gets better, y'all. It gets better. That's right, the jurisdiction. Yeah. Just Nikki, this is the best description. Says he's a blend of Nesto and Woody. He absolutely is. That is exactly what you about to get. That is exactly what you about to get. Now listen.
It'll work better as you and I are working together on this. If you've got legal concerns, you put them into a motion. So
I have filed a motion already, but Your Honor.
So I'm going to look and see what's in the docket.
It states that a court cannot proceed without establishing jurisdiction first, Your Honor. Okay. This is the law. I'm not saying nothing that's against the laws of Georgia, Your Honor, or United States.
She can't take down if you talk that fast. She's trying to take down everything you say.
Right. So pause. Just hold on, Mr. Pierce. I'm looking in the docket here, and I'm not seeing that you filed, and it just may not have made it yet, that you filed a motion challenging jurisdiction. But I'm happy to let you know right now, I'm real comfortable with the court's jurisdiction. That doesn't mean I won't.
Your Honor, it states that the proof of jurisdiction beyond a reasonable doubt is asserted. I'm the one asserting jurisdiction here, Your Honor. So that means I have to prove jurisdiction, but you got to give me the opportunity. If you don't give me the opportunity, you're violating my rights, Your Honor.
Wait, what? Did you?
Wait. He's saying that he has to prove jurisdiction, but he's not able to prove jurisdiction because the judge won't let him prove it. What? Okay, none of this shit makes sense.
Did you just say that you have to prove whether the court has jurisdiction or not? Yeah, that's not how that works. It's on the state to prove jurisdiction, and according to the Georgia State Constitution, Article 6-4-1, and the chains that are currently around your hands, the state does in fact have jurisdiction.
What's in your mouth?
Paper.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure everything.
But yeah, the law states that the assertor establishes jurisdiction is to prove jurisdiction, Your Honor. You're not letting me do that.
Okay.
You're not.
Okay. Oh, I got you. So one, we got to speak slowly, and two, now I'm better understanding. You're saying you want to prove jurisdiction?
Yeah, I'm the assertor. Can I just read my question? Just go through it's not that long.
Okay. You said a whole bunch, but if it's not that long, how about I listen to you?
Your Honor, it's a lot of things I'm not understanding right now, and it's a lot of questions I need you to answer. So I can better understand what is going on up until this point, Your Honor. Like, hey, I changed the court's jurisdiction on March the 4th, 2025, and also filed a motion that's right here I have signed by the clerk saying that it's been filed in office. This is the motion right here that I have filed. I have here sent me copy.
Do you see how he's Woodstow? Huh? Y'all see how he's Woodstow? He's Woody and Nesto put together. Do y'all understand it now? Okay. He's Woodstow. See. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? With jurisdiction, well, I'm trying to explain to you not let me explain to how to do jurisdiction. That would not do it. I'm not trying to explain. I'm just trying to explain to you right now. I got paperwork right here with jurisdiction. It's just jurisdiction. I'm trying to prove to you. I'm trying to prove to you right now. What? It's Woodstow. It's Woody and Nesto combined, okay? Woodstow. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. This shit here is bad, y'all. This is bad. This almost make you feel bad for laughing at this nigga, for real. For real.
Back and everything. And plus, the courts are still trying to proceed with my case when you guys lack subject matter jurisdiction. Plus, it states in Louisville versus Motley, if any tribunal find absent of proof of jurisdiction over a person or subject matter, the case must be dismissed.
Okay, slow down. I'm gonna let you keep reading. Just slow down so Ms. Rivers can get what you.
The court reporter is like, what the fuck? Like, the court reporter is like, nigga, what? Yeah, no, the court reporter ain't having none of this shit. I'm telling you, this shit is, yeah. I'm telling you, Justin's mom said the mush mouth is diabolical. Absolutely. Jurisdiction. That's right. Jurisdiction, JMM 55. Damn it, man.
And also, Your Honor, once jurisdiction is changed, it is to be proven not by the courts, but by the party attempting to assert jurisdiction, which will be me. Your Honor, the burden of proof lies with the assertor.
Well, the United States Constitution and the state of Georgia Constitution would like to have a word with you about that.
Okay, I'm now finding, it just wasn't listed as a motion, but I do see it's in the docket right here, something that you filed. It's entitled Pro Se
with a prohibition.
Right, got it. So I've got that. I will rule on that. I'm going to give the state a chance to respond. But you just filed, you filed it a couple weeks ago. And so I'll get input from the state on that. And then I do owe you a ruling on that. That does not prevent us from doing the arraignment.
It does, Your Honor, because the law states that anytime a court jurisdiction is challenged, it must be proved, it must be
challenged. Anytime court jurisdiction is challenged. Oh my God. He said anytime jurisdiction is challenged. Look at him. Just look at. I want y'all to just look at not only what he's saying, but the way he's saying it, y'all. Look at the look on this man's face. You just get challenged. Then the court got to, it must be proven. That's right, Bible lady.
Be proven before the case can proceed, Your Honor.
Okay.
So I challenged the jurisdiction last month, March the 4th. So that means that you have to set a court date for me to prove that you lack subject matter jurisdiction. That means I have bring my evidence, the state bring their evidence, show jurisdiction, and I'm not a statutory entity, so therefore statutory law don't apply to me, Your Honor.
Well, that must be nice. You know, to be able to walk around and commit any crimes you want and not have to face any consequences because laws don't apply to you.
Right, exactly. And that's exactly what they believe too. That is exactly. Sleepy Libra, don't let your head hurt. We just getting started. We are just getting started, all right? Beverly Pierce said he's standing on business. He sure is. Your Honor, the court got proof jurisdiction, and I'm the assertor, so I got proof jurisdiction. Your Honor, it got to be proven. I challenge the jurisdiction. That's right. That's right. That's right. The woman he chose said that jurisdiction is taking me out. Y'all, listen.
Which is funny because they pointed out in part 1 that you were convicted of a previous felony and sentenced to 10 years in prison. So it appears as if your delusions don't comport with your reality.
Is the writ of replevy, is that your challenge to jurisdiction, or is there another
that's
one?
to go with my writ of prohibition.
Okay. Let me see if I got
my writ
that.
of prohibition, I filed 2 motions.
Okay. Let me just take a look here.
I have a lot of questions that I need to be asked.
As long as you read slowly, we'll get through that.
Don't worry, Your Honor. Reading slowly is a sovereign citizen specialty.
Okay, I think I've got your writ of prohibition also. And is that the challenge to jurisdiction?
Is that for fraudulent practices, misrepresentation, and lack of subject matter jurisdiction? Yes.
Okay, I see that. It says for fraud. Yep, they're all there. All right, so you filed them.
Can you imagine the night before he stayed up all night practicing this bullshit, and after staying up all night in his cell practicing this bullshit, this is what he came up with? This is what he came up with. Okay? I'm just saying.
I'm making a list here of things that I need to work on, and then I'll need to let the state respond. The way it works, if you file a motion, the state gets a chance to respond. Once I have both sides, then I can rule on that. Okay?
I mean, but you're still trying to proceed with the case, Your Honor, when we haven't established, you trying to get me to plead when this case is supposed to be at a standstill when I changed the jurisdiction March the 4th of last month. So that means you have to prove jurisdiction before I even make a plea on this, Your Honor.
I'm fine delaying the arraignment while we work through this. We don't have to do the arraignment today. I can hold on to the discovery and get you that another time. If you would prefer that I let the state respond and then I rule on it, we can handle it that way. Is that what you'd like?
I would like if we can just answer these questions that's here right in front of me today, Your Honor.
So then don't read the motion anymore and tell me what are your questions.
I wasn't reading the motion. I was reading what I have wrote down, my issues I have.
Okay, but ask questions instead of telling me about these cases.
Your Honor, I am on, let the record reflect that this is the defendant, this birth certificate, which is the person / persona, which is a legal fiction, also a statutory entity.
I can't understand.
Okay, I need you to slow down a little.
Miss Rivers was like, I don't know what the fuck he just said. Miss Rivers is like, I have no fucking clue what he just said. Listen, y'all.
Let the record reflect that this is the defendant, this birth certificate, which is the person / persona, which is a legal fiction, also a statutory entity.
I can't understand.
Okay.
This is the birth certificate of what the personato and which was understanding. I don't know what the fuck he just said. I don't know. Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen.
Okay. I need you to slow down a little bit. So Ms.
Let the
Rivers.
record reflect, Your Honor, that this birth certificate is the defendant. I'm physically showing the birth certificate. Everyone in the courtroom that this is the defendant and I am the defense.
Okay.
Your Honor, I am only here in this courtroom by special appearance on the threat and duress to administer affairs of the Our Cap Trust, which is this birth certificate.
Okay.
As a sole beneficiary.
You told me you had questions. Tell me.
Yeah, I'm getting to it. I'm just introducing to the question, Your Honor.
I want you to go straight to the question now.
Your Honor, is this courtroom a court of records?
I don't get why they continuously ask this dumbass question. Maybe
they do all say this whenever they go into court. The sovereign citizens always say, "Is this a court of records?" Right? This is a part of the script. Okay, so everything you're going to hear him say from this point on, all the questions that the judge is asking him about, is basically him reading from the sovereign citizen script. Okay.
because sovereign citizens are a bunch of dumbasses. But the answer to the question is yes. Anytime the judge says, let's go on the record, that means that whatever is said afterwards is part of the official court record, dumbass.
So let me answer this. Bible Lady says, wait, he's the defendant and the defense. No, that's not what he said. He's saying that you got to understand their mentality. Sovereign citizens believe that their birth certificate, that the name that's on the birth certificate is just a name, right? What he's saying is that the name on the paper is the defendant, and he himself as a person is the defense. They separate themselves from the name on the birth certificate. That's why he's bringing up his birth certificate. What he's saying is that the name itself is the defendant, but he as the person and not the name is the defense. That's how they think. They believe that your birth certificate is some kind of contract or some shit like that, and they separate themselves from their birth certificate. So that's what he's saying. It makes no sense, but that's what the fuck they believe when they go to court. That's why he's holding up his birth certificate, right? He's holding up his birth certificate saying that this is the defendant, but I am the defense, right? That's what that means, Bible Lady. So it's crazy. Now, Kia Elder said that makes sense to me, okay? I don't know, Kia Elder. This shit kind of crazy to me. I'm just saying. Salt and Pepper Trust says, why is it always these ninjas who sound like they just stepped off the plantation? I don't know, but he sounds like he's still working on it. It don't even sound like he got off of it. Okay, so let's listen to this piss poor defense and more of his questions, y'all.
Okay, what's your next question?
Is this, you can answer it? Is courtroom
I want to know what your questions are.
I'm asking the question, Your Honor. Is this courtroom a court of records?
So I thought you were going to share with me what the questions were. I didn't tell you if I was going to answer the questions. You said you had.
The judge said, I ain't say I was going to answer these motherfuckers, but you can ask all you want to. I mean, yeah.
A bunch of questions.
So you're going to have me ask questions that you're not going to answer, Your Honor? That's not fair.
Well, don't ask the questions then. You don't have to ask the questions. You said you wanted to ask your questions, and I'm happy to hear them. If it's appropriate for me to answer them, I will.
So you don't think me asking this court of...
Oh, okay, Kia Elder. I'm sorry, I misread it. Okay, I was okay. Kia Elder said I said it makes no sense to me. Okay, all right, my bad. Okay, all right. I'm glad we on the same page, Kia Elder. Okay. I'm glad we on the same page, okay? Justin's mom says, I'm impressed, Native. You broke it all the way down. Kudos to you. I study these people, all right? I've been studying these people for a while, and the way that they think and the way that they present themselves, right? And that's the other thing, is that they said that they don't like this. So none of them actually have lawyers because they don't need to be represented. They like to go to court to present themselves, not be represented or represented. You see what I'm saying? So the whole movement and everything in it is literally a play on words. Okay? It is a play on words. Shirley Testify finally said, what is the purpose of the birth certificate? So the purpose of the birth certificate, according to sovereign citizens, is that America is a corporation, and your birth certificate represents a trust that is set up by the American corporation. So as America makes money off of your name, now that part I don't get, But America makes money off of your name. And when America makes money off of your name, it goes into this trust that we all have that is associated with both our social security number and our birth certificate. Okay. So a lot of times they bring this stuff up in court because they think that it separates themselves from both the accusation as well as from the crime itself. Okay. That's what they do. That is what they do. The woman he chose says, so does that mean that since he's not the name on the birth certificate, but is the person, they can't charge him as the person because he is not the name? This makes no sense what I just typed. No, but the woman he chose, that is exactly what they think. Okay? That is exactly how they believe that they can beat a lot of the stuff that they go to court for, because they believe that the person is separate from the name. Okay? So that's you are believe it or not, you are 100% correct in what you just typed. Okay, but that's what they believe, and that's how they go to court. Okay. Thessie Jules says, "Have you studied this unknown language?" No, I have not. But the language gets better. Listen.
Fuck is appropriate.
I didn't say it was appropriate or inappropriate. I just needed to know what your questions were, and if they're ones that I should answer right now, like what time is it? I can tell you, 3:51.
Yeah, and I'm asking something very simple, Your Honor. Is this courtroom a court of records?
All right, and what's your next question?
Your Honor, is your courtroom a court of records? I can't get
That
past
seems like the
this
first
question.
question.
Need to be answered before, Your Honor. This question need to be answered for me to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay, tell me
I'm
what
trying to get an understanding. If you're not trying to help me get an understanding,
tell me what you mean by a court of records.
is this a court of records? It's simple.
He doesn't know. Because again, this is a script. So basically what he's doing is this, right? The sovereign citizen script is a if-then script. So if the judge says yes, then you say this. If the judge says no, then you say this. So because the judge is not answering his question, it is throwing off his script. See, this is how they work. Okay? This is how they work. This is why he is so pressed to get the judge to answer the question, because he can't proceed in his script without a yes or no question, without a yes or no answer. See, that's what it is. That's what it is. Listen,
I don't know what that means.
Is this courtroom a court of records?
I don't know what court of records means.
Do they record and proceed on everything that's happening in this courtroom? Do they record and document everything that's happening in this courtroom?
I don't know.
Now you got a whole court reporter that's telling you to slow down so that she can record what's going on in the court. So this question makes no fucking sense. It's totally thrown off his script, Bible lady. But it does. But the question makes no sense because obviously there's a court reporter there, right? He is dumb
about everything. But as long as as long as you're speaking slowly and clearly, then things are being taken down. What's your next question?
Is this Fulton County courtroom a court of records? The same question you're not answering, Your Honor. You're trying to dodge the question.
No, I'm not. I want to make sure I understand the question.
Is this Fulton County courtroom a court of records?
At times it is.
And are you sure this courtroom is a court of records?
If court of records means we take down what is said in court, then yes, sometimes this is a court of records.
For the record, Your Honor, I go by Ricky DeMond Pierce, all lowercase letters, nothing more, nothing less. Again, I'm here by special appearance on the threat and duress to again administer affairs of the All Cash Trust as the sole beneficiary and a shareholder of the trust, which again is this birth certificate. Okay, I'm also the executive of this estate, and I'm not the living person, not the person or persona, which is a statutory entity. I'm not the all caps legal official on my corporation. I'm the living man.
Well, you're currently the living in jail man.
And I have proof signed by your government agreeing to the same.
So what's your next question?
Your Honor, before we could proceed with this matter, I have a few questions I need for you to answer.
Now notice he's reading all this shit, right? Hey, Bevy C, how are you doing? Don't be mad, Bevy C, you're here, okay? Just relax, have a good time with us. I'm sorry that you didn't get a notification, but welcome, Bevy C. So glad that you're here, Okay. Justin's mom says Ms. Rivers is going out on medical after this case. She deserves some PTO or something, right? She deserves some PTO or something. Kia Elder said, yes, he's reading from the script. Right. So the script indicates that they need the judge to say yes or no to certain things for him to proceed. That's why this dumbass cannot move on without Your Honor, you're not asking question. Your Honor, I need a question answer. You gotta answer a question. It's like you ducking the question, Your Honor. The judge does not have to answer any questions. Okay? It doesn't. Bob Liz said the commentators is petty as native. Listen, I that's why I watch this channel. I watch this channel because this dude is hilarious to me, okay? He really is.
First, Your Honor, are you practicing color law behind the bench?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Are you practicing color law behind the bench? Because Title 18.
I just want y'all to understand what his question is. He said, are you practicing court of law behind the bench? What the script is actually supposed to say is, are you practicing color of law? Because some kind of way sovereign citizens believe color of law is a thing, okay? That's what he's supposed to be saying, but he's fucking it up, obviously.
U.S.C. Section 242 clearly states that you are committing a felony if you are doing so. Title 18 states, whoever, under color of any law, statute, ordinance, regulation, or custom, willfully subject any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district to the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured by and protected by the constitutional laws of the United States shall be found under this title or in prison not more than 1 year or both. And if bodily injury results from acts committed in violation of this section, or if such acts include the use, attempted use, or threat of use of a dangerous weapon, explosive, or fire, shall be found under this title or in prison no more than 10 years or both. And if death results from the acts committed in violation.
Major's wife, I know, but what I'm saying is that he's fucking it up, okay? Because what the script is supposed to say is color of law. They say that if the judge is practicing under the color of law, that they're committing a felony. This guy is obviously too illiterate to read the script correctly. So I'm just saying what he's supposed to be saying. Okay, I know I don't know. He said court of, I don't know what he said. Okay, but that's what he's supposed to be saying. So yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Okay. Kia Elvis says, I'm surprised the judge is letting this go on. I'm guessing I'm picturing Judge Glanville. So Kia Elder, what they will do is they will allow them to put all this stuff on the record just because the judge doesn't want to seem impartial by saying, I'm not going to allow you to speak. So they will allow it to a certain degree, a certain point. As you already seen, the judge said, I'm not going to answer your questions just because you asked them, right? If it's something that is relevant, and I will answer it, but he's going to let him speak because what can happen is if he does not, the judge they can come back and appeal it and say, well, I didn't get a chance to provide my defense or provide what I needed to say in the hearing. So they let him talk, but only to a certain point. You know what I mean? Like, so only to a certain point. So yeah. Kyla K said, child, I know, right? It's wait, y'all, it gets better. It gets better.
Of this section, and if such acts include kidnapping, attempting to kill, shall be found on this title or in prison for a term of years or for life or both, or may be sentenced to death. Now my question, let the record reflect that no legal or lawful matter can be seen without jurisdiction, Your Honor. We both know this.
Right. So we're going in circles. We're back.
Let me finish. Your Honor, my question to you is Your Honor, for the record, is this matter a criminal matter or a civil matter?
What do you think?
Listen, listen, listen. This guy, you listen. I know that they say that there's no such thing as a dumb question, okay? But I really want the people that believe that there's no such thing as a dumb question to listen to the question that this man just asked, okay? Now, he is in court, and I don't know if y'all saw, but he has handcuffs on, okay? All right? Listen to the question again.
Or both, or maybe sentenced to death. Now, my question, let the record reflect that no legal or lawful matter can proceed without jurisdiction, Your Honor. We both know this.
Right. So we're going in circles. We're back.
Oh, I'm getting, let me finish. Your Honor, my question to you is Your Honor, for the record, is this matter a criminal matter or a civil matter?
What do you think?
Now, here's the deal, right? I know it sounds like the judge getting smart, but honestly, if I'm the judge, I'm asking him the same damn thing. You are in handcuffs in court, right? You are obviously in a jumpsuit. He got on them Fulton County blues, all right? Y'all remember Nesto told Sonya that when he came over from Fulton County over to Cobb County, that he had on his blues? These are the same blues that Nesto had on, okay? Fulton County. In handcuffs, okay? Right? Okay? Okay? He's asking the judge if this is criminal or civil. God, dog it. I can't with this nigga. I can't.
I just want to answer.
You're standing there in handcuffs. You're wearing a jail outfit.
Can you please answer the question for me, please?
That's my answer. I'm answering with a question. What do you think? Lowercase
I don't know.
lowercase p.
Your Honor, that's why I'm asking.
You'd think that if you're going to represent yourself, you'd have figured out by now not only whether or not the court has jurisdiction, whether this is a court of records or not, and most importantly, whether this is a civil or criminal matter.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
What's your next question?
Your Honor, for the record, is this matter a criminal matter or a civil matter?
Ask a question you don't know the answer to.
I don't know.
Let me explain to you all why he needs the judge to answer this question and why he's so pressed that the judge won't answer this question. Sovereign citizens, when they go to court, sovereign citizens believe that if it is a criminal matter, okay, which he knows that it is, he wants the judge to say yes, right, that it's criminal. Sovereign citizens believe that if there is no victim, right, if there's not an injured party, so if you're not hurt, if you're not limping, if you're not in a cast, or if you haven't been, unalived, right, sovereign citizens believe that there's no crime unless there is a victim. So they don't believe that if they have, ran a stoplight, or if they have, no expired plates, for example, right? Sovereign citizens believe that that's not a crime because there's no victim, okay? So his line of questioning, he's doing this on purpose, y'all. These are not random questions. Again, these are from the script, but they are really trying to nail down whether or not it's civil or criminal, so that way they can go down that path of, if it's criminal, where is the victim? I have a right to be to face my accusers. Who are my accusers, right? Then they have the audacity to say that the state cannot be the prosecutor and the accuser at the same time. I don't even think we're gonna get there, but that's the road that they're trying to go down. Okay.
I'm telling you, how you gonna tell me what I know, Your Honor?
Well, if it were a civil matter, would you be having to use the restroom in front of everyone else?
Oh no, that's why I'm asking.
The judge said, if this was a civil matter, would you be having to use the restroom in front of everyone in the cell? I mean, I'm just saying, he kind of went there. He kind of went down the native road on that one. I ain't gonna lie.
Your Honor, I'm coming to you as fast as I know how, Your Honor, and humble as I know how. I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question.
Okay. What's your next question?
Your Honor, for the record, is this matter a criminal matter or a civil matter?
Okay, that would be your next question. That's one you already asked.
Why we can't pass this question, Your Honor, because I lack knowledge to understand what is going on. And I'm telling you this, and it's my authority to let the court know when I don't understand something.
A fair point. I want you to let me know when you don't understand. We already covered that when we had our Feretta hearing. We talked about what kind of case it is and the penalties you face.
I said, is this a criminal matter or a civil matter?
How much more time do you need? Because you got about 3 minutes before I'm going to bring someone out here that we can move the case along.
Your Honor, I just want you to answer my questions because I lack knowledge to understand what's going on. I'm just trying to keep caught up to date to understand what is going on.
Okay.
There's no harm in that, Your Honor.
What's your next question?
It's the same question. Before I can get to the next question, I have to answer this question.
See what I'm saying? He is literally admitting the fact that he can't move on without this question because he needs this question answered before he can move on to his next thing. We have someone here that actually is in court and does court stuff, right? Okay. We have Janetta here. Janetta says, I have encountered a lot of people who don't know the difference between civil and criminal. I defend debt collection lawsuits and people have called terrified that they would go to jail. Right. So, yeah, Janetta, this guy's actually already been arrested and they've already gone over whether this is civil or criminal. He's trying to go over this shit for his script. Yeah. Janetta says, I thought this judge was too nice at first. He's going in now. Right. It gets better, Janetta. I promise it does. I promise it does. The woman he chose said, yep, he's definitely reading a script. And the script requires an answer. And here's the thing, the woman he chose, the judge knows he's reading from a script. This isn't this judge's first encounter with a sovereign citizen. He knows that he needs this question answered, which is why he's not answering the question. Shout out to this judge for being as petty as I would be. Shout out to this judge for being as petty as I would be if I was a fucking judge. I ain't gonna lie.
The next question, you just said you're not going to answer.
Your Honor, for the record, is this matter a criminal matter or a civil matter, Your Honor?
All right, we're done. I will bring you back once the state has responded to your motions, and I will likely be entering an order that lets you know my thoughts about jurisdiction. Once I've done that, you can choose to participate in an arraignment, but you do need to understand that in a criminal case, that's a clue.
So this is all a criminal matter. Why you couldn't answer the first time, Your Honor?
Why are you asking in the first time?
Because I just told you I'm trying to get an understanding.
So let me finish. So you understand that in a criminal case.
So this is a criminal matter, for the record.
Such as yours, if you choose not to participate,
This is a criminal matter or a civil matter, Your Honor.
You need to stop in.
Didn't he just tell him? He just told him, y'all. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still having a good time. I'm just saying this. I'm just saying this is okay. Y'all listen.
Interrupting. Okay.
I'm trying to understand something. It's my right to, if I don't understand something, to bring it to your attention, Your Honor. That's the law.
No, it's not. Constitutionally, the courts are required to inform you of the charges, not to ensure you have an understanding of your charges. That's why lawyers have jobs. That being said, you've already been informed many times what you are being charged with and the mandatory life sentence that you're going to have to serve if you get convicted.
Well, it's not the law. It's how you're choosing to proceed. If you decide not to participate in arraignment, I'm authorized by law to enter a plea of not guilty. And that's what I'll do. So when I see you again, we're going to try again.
So you're going to violate the laws when it states that a case cannot proceed without establishing jurisdiction first. So you're just going to ignore that?
Nope. I'm going to rule on your motion. And after I've done that, then I'll bring you back for arraignment. And you can choose to participate in it or not. I'm just letting you know in advance so you're not disappointed.
I'm not going to participate in it until you establish jurisdiction on me first. That's the first thing first. We're not going to skip the process. This called due process of law for a reason, Your Honor.
It is, and that's why we're not
doing it. And in Hagen versus Levine, it states that any time a jurisdiction is challenged, it's to be proven before the case can proceed. That is the law. That is not nothing that I made up, Your Honor.
Okay. You may be misapplying it, but I'm not disagreeing.
I'm not just I done read it 1,000 times, Your Honor.
He is totally misapplying it, because if you all remember at the very beginning of this video, he said he had to prove jurisdiction. Now he's saying that the court has to prove jurisdiction. He has no idea. Major's wife said he get on my damn nerve. Mary Willis said, I have zero patience for this fool. Listen, these people are a mess. These people are a mess. JMM55 said this judge was too nice. He needs a judge that I used to go before my juvie case. He was so mean, I would damn near he would damn near cuss you out when he was drinking. Oh my God. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. That is that's a lot, JMM55. Jeez. Justin's mom said, go back to your cell and pee in front of everyone.
Okay, well then you know it. So that's why we're not doing the arraignment today. I'll take care of establishing jurisdiction. And once I've done that, I'm comfortable that I've established jurisdiction, we'll bring you back for an arraignment. You can participate or not, but we'll have cleared that hurdle that you.
If you haven't, I'm not going to participate. If you can't establish jurisdiction over my case first, why would I participate?
You don't need to participate. I'll bring you out. You can say no, thank you. We take you back there. We bring the jury in.
I mean, Your Honor, I have issues, and it's.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, and we both do, Your Honor.
He said, I have issues. And the judge said, you do. You do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you know what, Judge? Yeah, he got bodied on that one. He set himself up for that one. How he didn't see that shit coming, I don't know. But he got bodied on that one, okay? All right. Granny the Great says he wants a yes or no answer. He does. That's the only way. That's the only way he can move on in his script. The woman he chose says the level of patience that this judge is displaying is incredible. Absolutely. Now, this would not fly in front of Judge Oakley, okay? Up there in Romulus, Michigan, okay? This would not fly. But in Fulton County, yeah, you know, we got a little bit of that Southern patience, okay? All right? Nikki G said the judge is shady. Hell yeah, he's shady. Shit. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Okay. He said, I got issues. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Listen, y'all.
And my responses, do I address them to, as Mr. Pierce has recognized to start the day as lowercase r, t, the rest of his name, because he signs all of his motions with uppercase R, uppercase P, uppercase.
No, I don't. I do uppercase or lowercase everything else. Dash. I don't have an sentence. I have an autograph.
It's just different. Out of respect, I just was curious since it's different than what he.
Let me show you.
I got it right here.
Right. No, I'm looking at it. It's capital R, capital P.
No.
Oh yes. But that's all right.
Is that all caps?
No, it's not all caps, but you capitalize each.
Yeah, I
can word.
This is all caps. Is this your handwriting?
Well,
that's all caps.
Oh, that's awkward.
I really like watching this judge. It's almost as if he's enjoying this as much as we are.
He signed his name in all caps, y'all. He signed his name. After going through all this capital letter, lowercase shit, they showed him where he signed it in all caps. Oh my God. Janetta says it would not fly here either. The judges in my county have gone off on people for much less. Listen, this judge is literally toying with this guy, Janetta. I mean, I guess he's just having a good time. I guess. You know what I mean? Like, because he said that's awkward. Bible lady says capital B, lowercase I, capital B, capital L, capital lowercase E. That's how you spell Bible lady. Oh my God, this dude is too much.
All right.
Is that in all caps?
So how about this, Mr. Pierce? I'm going to agree that you have written it in different ways, and I'm really not going to get hung up on that.
I'm not all, like I got the paperwork right here signed by the government saying I'm not a part of y'all, and it's on file with the office. It's filed in office. My paper right here shows that I'm not the all caps legal official signed by y'all government.
Good.
Signed by y'all government saying I'm not the all caps.
I will not use all caps. I will not use all caps.
Signed by you guys government.
You guys, okay.
Because I'm a national, not a citizen. Y'all are citizens. I'm not.
I remember you establishing that before. We don't need to cover that again.
It was very much that I present it at every court because it's for the record. It's my job to put it on the record, Your Honor.
Okay.
Janetta says, why does his name have to be all lowercase? Because on the birth certificate, your name is all capital. So because they're all capital letters on the birth certificate and the birth certificate does not represent the man, he represents himself with all lowercase letters to separate himself from his birth certificate. That's why they stress the all lowercase shit. And that's why he's losing his shit, because he signed his name in all caps. And that's why this is a thing. It means absolutely nothing. That's right. The woman he chose. It's just stupid. Hello, Ray Della Lewis. Thank you so much for coming in.
It's back on the record. We're incorporating in this hearing what you put on the record at the last hearing, and we'll do that every time. Anything else you want to cover? Because I'm happy to give you this discovery, but you can't have it.
I don't want to proceed until I get my question answered, Your Honor.
All right. Why don't you do this? If you want to put them in writing, you could file them, and I can get you those answers. But we're wasting not your time or mine, an important conversation, but there are a lot of other people here who are stuck while you ask questions like, is this a criminal matter or a civil matter? So
right, because I don't understand.
Okay.
And I just want to ask you where is the problem just answering the question, Your Honor? Because I let the knowledge to know.
Okay. I feel your lack of knowledge, and I'll bring you back after I've responded to the motions you filed. That's the way we're going to interact here. If there's something you want an answer for or ruling on, you need to file it. And you know how to do it. You did it well. Okay? I'll keep your discovery warm and dry in my office.
So would you just continue this court date or something?
Yeah, we can't do the arraignment today. You've helped me understand why. You want me to establish.
Because you can't proceed with my case until you establish jurisdiction over my case, Your Honor.
That's right.
That's the law.
It is the law.
So what's the problem with me asking the question to better understand what's going on?
Well, I don't even have jurisdiction yet. Let me establish that. Then I'll be in a position to have a conversation with you.
And we're not talking about statutory jurisdiction. We're talking about the Constitution jurisdiction.
We're talking about whatever jurisdiction I find. Okay? I'll see you soon.
Like I've said many times before, the 10th Amendment of the Constitution grants the states the powers to police themselves in such a manner that doesn't violate constitutional rights. So even if we're starting with constitutional jurisdiction, you're still going to end up at the same conclusion, that this court does have jurisdiction and that you're going to serve a long time in prison for what you did. Now before we get out of here, all the attorneys and the judge had a quick laugh at the Sovtard's expense.
Bye, Judge.
That went differently than I expected. Really? I thought just by letting him vent that first time, he's sort of like he purged himself. Clearly not.
All right, guys. Well, we still have several hearings coming up involving Mr. Pierce, especially since they haven't even made it through his arraignment yet. So as they occur, I'll make sure to keep you guys updated and informed.
This is Team Skeptic. If you all are not familiar with his channel, go check him out. He is hilarious, okay? And he always has some great sovereign citizens, all right? So that's that. That's the end of that, okay? We had a good time on that, all right? So you all are now familiar with Mr. Pierce. Now, our feature presentation, okay? We are now going to look at the thing that I wanted to show y'all, okay? We're going to go over to Scamfish now, all right? Scamfish highlights people that are being scammed by people who sometimes represent themselves as celebrities, okay? We're going to go over a lady, okay, who thinks that she has met Kevin Costner, and Kevin Costner is in love with her, okay? Okay? He called him a sovtard, okay? By the lady. He called him a sovtard, okay? That's what he called him. Yes, the woman he chose. We are going to go over this. This woman believes that she has met Kevin Costner and Kevin Costner has fallen in love with her. Okay? That's where we are. That is where we are. Get your popcorn, y'all. This one's good.
Said, "You are my fiance, we are engaged, and we are going to get married."
This woman thinks she's in a relationship with acting legend Kevin Costner.
I joined some Kevin Costner clubs, and he said, "Shelley, I'm the real deal."
She says she's 90% convinced that this is the real Kevin Costner.
She's 90% convinced, okay, that it's gonna cost her, Bible lady. It is definitely gonna cost her. But she's 90% convinced, okay, that yes.
He wanted me to deposit some checks in my bank electronically. I said, okay. He said, you can keep some of the money.
Join us on another episode of Scamfish.
She's been through 20 different banks.
I'm worried I'm going to go to jail.
We'll dive into whether
This lady has been kicked out of 20, count them, 20 different banks. Okay? 20 different banks, y'all. All right?
She's communicating with the real Kevin Costner.
She has an attorney friend she spoke to about it. They're claiming it's a 50-50 chance that this is really Kevin.
Huh? Or a Kevin imposter.
He said, you're going to have to pay a meet and greet fee. And then I said, I don't pay to meet man. I said, gigolos do that.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
It's not what gigolos do, by the way. If you want to know what gigolos do, there's a perfectly great song by Morris Day. It's called Gigolos Get Lonely Too. If you want to know what gigolos actually do, it's not what the fuck gigolos do. Anyway.
Engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being scammed.
All right, team, so we're back with another case. This is an email from a woman named Shelly who's writing in about a celebrity. I'll read the email. Dear Catfish team, I believe I am talking to the actor Kevin Costner, but the situation has become overwhelming. We have been communicating online for over a year, and he recently asked me for $7,000 to secure a lease and live with him in California. The problem...
Yeah. Kevin Costner wants this lady to send her $7,000, okay? You know, the amount that Nesto needs from Daryl. Needs $7,000 to secure a lease and live with them. So Kevin Costner, the actor, the multi-million-dollar actor, right, needs $7,000 in order for him to get a lease for her to come live with him. Yeah, but she's 90% sure this is the real Kevin Costner. Okay, let that sink in.
The problem is that I've had accounts closed at 4 different banks after checks he sent me were flagged as fraudulent. I'm asking you to investigate so I can find out whether this is the real Kevin Costner. Sincerely, Shelly.
I'm Shelly, and I am 68 years old, and I am living in Durham, North Carolina. I have since high school. My stepfather dragged us here whenever he was promoted to vice president of General Telephone here from Santa Monica, California, and I've been here ever since. I'm a retired nurse, and I was a social worker, so no, I am not working now. About 4 years ago, I had thyroid cancer, and they had to snip out my throat, my thyroid. I had 2 eye surgeries. I had a tumor in my nose, in my sinus, which they had to cut out, and oral surgery. So that took a toll on me. I like get-togethers with lots of friends. I belong to a lot of singles groups. I love my church. I love wildlife. I have woods behind me and a creek, and I have a lot of wildlife, so I enjoy the wildlife, the raccoons, the possum. I don't enjoy the hawks. They try to sometimes get the animals. I have squirrels, birds, raccoons, possum, and I just love all of them. My cat is jumping. I've got 10 cats, and this one here is going to get in the picture here. That's lucky. That's the newest edition.
Okay, I want to say this as a cat owner, okay? I want to say this, all right? Everybody that owns cats is not crazy, okay? Because you hear the term crazy cat lady all the time, okay? And I just want to say, as a cat owner, that everybody that owns cats is not crazy, all right? A lot of these catfish people be having cats and shit in the background, and this lady got her cat. I want to set the record straight right now, okay? That everybody that owns cats is not crazy, all right? Okay? All right. I felt attacked just then when she put her cat on the screen, all right? I'm just saying.
I got married when I was 18. That lasted about 10 years. And then there was infidelity, so I left him. I was not going to put up with that. Then when I worked as a nurse, I dated one doctor at Duke, and then that didn't work out. Then I dated another one when I worked at UNC Hospital, and they were both neurosurgeons. And then I was engaged to somebody for about 18 years, very wealthy guy, very handsome guy, but he was exciting. I enjoyed the trips and I enjoyed the money he spent on me, but it just didn't work out. So I haven't dated anybody for about 10 years now.
With Shelly not being able to work and no family around, she began to spend the majority of her time on social media.
I was on Instagram and I'm on Facebook, and I joined some Kevin Costner clubs, and he approached me July 7th of 2024. He said, Shelly, you're following a lot of Kevin Costner's I'm the Real Deal. I said, how can you prove that? He said, well, I'll show you a picture of who I'm with right now. Her name was Carolyn Goodson.
So Kevin Costner, y'all, are y'all following? Are y'all following this principle? Are y'all following? Okay. Kevin Costner says to her, I'm Kevin Costner. I'm the real Kevin Costner. And she goes, how do I know you real? And he goes, well, look who I'm with, right? That's how he proved it to her. Okay. All right. Mary Willis says, and Native, all older women are not desperate for a man. Oh no, I know that. I know that, Mary Willis. These people that's on this show are they're touched, Mary Willis, okay? They're touched. Okay. They're touched. Okay. They're just a little touched. Yeah, look, Bible lady said, ma'am, he didn't approach you. He said, look who I'm with. That's what he said. He said, look who I'm with. I'm gonna show you who I'm with. I'm gonna prove it to you. Damn it, I'm gonna prove it.
And so I looked on her Facebook page, and indeed she was with Kevin. I said, are you dating her? He said, oh no, she's younger. She's visiting here. Her and her family are renting Dunbar Ranch. He owns a ranch there that he rents out. So we started out as friends.
Even though Shelly told Kevin she wanted to be friends, the relationship eventually blossomed into something bigger.
As we grew closer, he had begged me to come visit him in California. So then by April, I said, okay, I'm ready to come. And he said, well,
no, they have what you actually said, Shelly. Okay. No, don't do that, Shelly. All right. Don't go changing up your text messages because it's a little bit embarrassing. All right. Don't go doing that. We've seen people do that, but don't you do that, Shelly. Shelly, your text says, hey, babe, I think I'm ready to move to California with you. It does not say, Ducky Dexter, hey, I think I want to come visit you. You see what's on the screen. The catfish people take the actual text, okay, and they put them on the screen, okay? That's what I'm saying. Hey, babe, I think I'm ready to move to California with you. Now look at what Kevin Costner said. Kevin Costner said, my manager says you need to pay a meet and greet fee. Now, you all know that when we do these catfish, these scam fishes, right? You all know that I tell y'all all the time that these scammers, what they do is they make excuses using the managers, the management team. My manager says this. I can't give you my real phone number because my management won't allow it. I can't talk to you on the phone because my management, and in this case, he's saying my manager says you need to pay a meet and greet fee. Now, I am in no way famous, okay? All right, I'm not. But let's just say, I don't know, a year from now, the Native Tribe show, we got the Native Tribe podcast, we doing all kind of stuff over here, right? We're making movies and everything, right? And somebody says, hey, Native, I want to meet you. All right. There is no way in the hell that if I'm meeting people that I'm going to charge a meet and greet fee. That shit makes no sense. If I'm meeting you on a personal basis, right? Now, do they have meet and greets where people pay? And they do. They do. But in this case, she's calling him babe. According to her, they are establishing a relationship. They started as friends, right? So can you imagine your significant other is telling you that you got to pay a meet and greet fee because the manager said so? The fuck? This shit makes no sense. And that's the reason why these scam fishes are actually kind of hilarious, because how do you not understand that this shit is a scam? But let's listen.
You're going to have to pay a meet and greet fee. I said, I don't have the money for a meet and greet fee. And I said, I'm your girlfriend. Why would I do that? And he said, well, look, when you come here, you can move in with me. And I told him, I said, I'm not got a shack up job. I could rent one of your houses maybe. He said, yeah, I do have houses. And he gave me the names of the towns, Montecito, Ventura. And he said, you could rent a property there if you wanted to till we get married. And I said, okay, then if you're not going to pay my way, how am I coming there? He said, I fly free with American Airlines, but it's a risk because I inherited those benefits. You fly standby and you don't always get on a flight. So
Kevin Costner, I want y'all, do you realize when I watched this last night that I was absolutely floored every time she said something, because none of this shit makes sense. Get this, y'all. Get this. Okay. Analytical one. Get this. Kevin Costner flies American, but he only flies standby. So Kevin Costner, the actor, has to wait to see if there are seats available on the plane in order to fly. So if you are in Dallas, Houston, New York, LaGuardia Airport, if you happen to be in Miami, LAX, if you're in the Denver airport, there's a good chance that you might see Kevin Costner just hanging around the airport waiting to see waiting to see if there is a seat available. Because Kevin Costner, the actor, he flies standby, Bible lady. He flies standby. So yeah, that's what this lady believes, is that Kevin Costner flies standby. By the way, you know what? After watching a lot of these scam fishes, I really determined that what I'm going to do, if you all see something crazy, don't trip, because I'm going to become Idris Elba. All right. I'm gonna put an Idris Elba picture up. Okay. I'm gonna reach out to people and tell them that I'm Idris Elba. And I'm just gonna listen, these bills got to get paid, y'all. These bills got to get paid. And sometimes YouTube ain't doing it. So I might have to jump out here and become Idris Elba out here on these Instagram streets. Okay. And just start reaching out to some folks. Okay. Because obviously this shit works, right? Obviously this shit works. All right. Miss T says she's her own catfish. Those glamour shots don't look recent. My. Well, Miss T, you might be right. Okay. You could be right. Unfortunately, the scammer on the other end gives zero fucks about what this lady looks like. I'm just saying. But you're right, Miss T. It sure don't look like the same person. I ain't gonna lie. Shirley Testify finally says, stand by, girl. What he's telling you is a lie. You should have hung up the phone and never talked to him again. Shirley Testify finally. She hasn't talked to him on the phone. Okay? They've only communicated by text. Okay? There is no phone call with these people. Okay? There's no phone call. These motherfuckers don't know. They don't pick up the phone. But yeah. So listen, I'm just telling you all this. That way you all know, why does Native's channel have a Idris Elba thing? It's because I'm trying to get this money. Okay. All right, Michael Ealy. Maybe I should be Michael Ealy. Yeah, maybe I should be Michael Ealy. I could do both, Bible lady. Hell, I could do. If Idris don't work, Michael Ealy will work too. Shit, I don't know. Hell, we'll figure it out.
So he said, well, I'm paying child support quite a bit, like $60,000 a month.
Kevin Costner cannot afford to get her a plane ticket because he's paying 60. Okay, all right, I'm done.
And he said, why can't you just pay your way? And he said, you were a former nurse. I said, I'm not working right now. And I said, I had 4 surgeries this year.
Being that Shelly didn't want to be in a relationship in the first place, she wasn't about to put up with Kevin's games. So she decided to block him.
So he texted me and he said, why did you do this to us? I said, if you decide you want to meet me, you call me. Until then, I'm leaving you alone and I'm ending it. And he just was very distraught and said he was upset and said, I'll do whatever I can then to get you here. I said, where am I going to stay? He said, with me. And he said, and when you get here, we can always go to my cabin in Colorado too. He said, I'd love for you to see that. At that point, he said, look, can you do me a favor and deposit some checks electronically in your checking account? And he said, you can keep some of the money and I'll keep some of it. I need an attorney to lower my child support. So he deposited it at PNC Bank. It went through, they cashed the checks. He let me keep like $300 for my cat's vet bill. And then I sent it back to him, Zelle. Then he wanted me to deposit some more checks in an ATM. And that night when I did it, it was raining and the rain fell on the check and the check started kind of smearing. And I called him. I said, is this a counterfeit check? What's going on? He said, no. And so the bank called me the next day and said, why were you depositing these checks ATM? Why couldn't you just come in? I said, it was raining. And they said, well, our fraud department's going to close the account.
Why are y'all like this? Why analytical was it? Ma'am forgot to moisturize for the past 10 years. She looks a little dry. Okay, she does. Miss T said that one cat is like, help me. Leslie Jules said child support. Isn't he 100? Yeah, I don't know how he's paying $60,000 for child support and why Kevin Costner can't afford that, but whatever, man. I don't know. Let's listen.
So I said, but the checks did clear. They said, yes, the checks did clear. But they said, it's just suspicious that, these checks are not in your name. They're written out to a dentist. Then we went to another bank and they closed the account. They said that check was counterfeit. Same scenario with maybe 3 or 4 other banks. That went on up until June. So then in July, we got into a bad argument. And I said, you're not Kevin, and I'm going to give these checks to the police. He said, you do that. I have your address. I said, is that a threat? I said, what, are you going to come here and kill me? He said, no. If you keep the money from that last check, he said, I'll prosecute you. I said, well, if you have my address, I come from a big mafia family that, they'll protect me. And so then...
That makes no sense. Okay, so are you threatening me? No, I'm going to prosecute you. Well, I have mafia people in my family and they'll protect me. Now, I don't know if y'all see this lady curtains and that damn Motel 6 picture on her wall. I'm doubting very seriously if this lady has any mafia in her family. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's just a weird thing to say. But he never said that he was going to do something to you. He said he was going to prosecute you. He didn't say anything about coming to your house. So I don't know why you had to try to flex with your mafia with your mafia connections. Okay, I don't get that. All right. Wait, hold on. Janetta says it works, but you're going to jail. No, not. These people don't go to jail, Janetta. These people don't go to jail. Are you serious? All you need is a VPN. These motherfuckers don't go to jail at all. Listen. I'm going. I'm gonna make some money, Janetta. Shoot, now don't get on here hating, Janetta, just because you on that side of the law. Okay, all right. I'm just saying, don't come over here hating on my plan when I'm Michael Ealy and Idris Elba. Shit, I'm gonna be doing my thing. All right. All right, I'll come up to Birmingham and show you the whip when I'm riding around here in my drop top Benz. Okay, when I'm out here in the BMW truck. Okay, Janetta, shit, I'm gonna be doing my thing. Hell, you people don't go to jail. I ain't seen any people go to jail yet. Okay. Darlene Coffee, also known as West Side Story, says, looks like a sheet covering the walls, covering the window. That is correct. And Justin's mom points out that she has paneled wall, but yet she has mafia people that are willing to protect her. Okay? All right? I'm just saying. Makes no damn sense.
He really got nervous and didn't talk to me for about a week. And then I saw on the internet he was in Colorado at his cabin. It was on Dunbar Ranch on Facebook. And he said, yes, I'm here, Shelley. And I didn't tell you I was coming. And he said, if you look at that picture that you just sent me, he said, there's two guys standing beside me. I said, yes. He said, the one guy, both are bodyguards. He said, I'm having to do that now because you threatened you have a mafia family. I said, no. I said, babe, I was just scared. That's the only reason I said that. So he started laughing and said, okay.
So you were lying about being in a mafia family? As if we didn't know by your paneled wall and that fake ass picture on the wall that you wasn't a part of the mafia? Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, at least one of these two people on the screen admitted that they lied, okay?
So he said, I'll call you right back. And then he wouldn't call. And then did that for a week. And then he said, do you need a babysitter? Do I have to text you 5 times a day? I said, you always text me 3 times a day. Then it was about 11 o'clock at night around July 7th when he got back to Santa Barbara. And I said, where are you? You were supposed to call me 10 minutes ago. You told me you were going to call me at 11. He said, I'm friggin', and he uses the F word a lot. I'm effing 10 minutes late calling you and you freak out. He said, I'm getting tired with this interrogation. And I said, I'm tired because you're being inconsistent. You don't call when you say you're going to lately. And then it was around September 15th that he said, well, if you're going to behave and stop nagging at me and yelling at me, we can go back together. I said, okay. So
we can go back together. They go together, y'all. They go together. Her and Kevin Costner go together. Now, I ain't gonna lie. This is not the most flattering still shot, okay, of this lady that Kevin Costner's in love with. But yeah, this is where we are. This is where we are.
We've been getting along pretty good. And then about 3 weeks ago, he said, you're going to have to pay a meet and greet fee. And then we will let go of the $50,000 for you to live in my property. And he said, all you have to pay is $5,000 and what $5,900. That's going to cover your meet and greet fee, your plane ticket, your relocation fee to move to California.
Now that Shelley and Kevin were back together and planning her move to California, he began asking her to deposit more checks.
I did it with my bank I've had for a long time, and they cashed the check for $1,500. He let me keep $200, and I gave the rest back to him. And they closed my account, so I couldn't send it Zelle like I did the last time. So I sent it in Apple Cards. They said that they just felt like it was really weird that he couldn't send the money Zelle, that he had to deposit the money electronically. He said, I can't do that because he said, I'm a celebrity, they'll know my name. He never signs the checks with his name. It's always like Hugo Martinez, Paul Giovanni.
The first time Shelley got caught depositing Kevin's checks, she only got a slap on the wrist. But this time, things got much worse.
The issue is the banks are investigating this, the fraud department, and once all this gets investigated, I probably am going to have to pay that money back to the bank.
You think?
My attorney, who's one of the best criminal attorneys in town, he said there's a 50-50 chance it could be Kevin Costner. And I said, but I do believe it's Kevin. He said,
her attorney, who is a criminal attorney, I want y'all to pay attention to the shit this lady says because she thinks all this shit makes sense. She said one of the best criminal attorneys in town said that there is a 50-50 chance that the man that she's never talked to only texts her and is sending checks for her to deposit, which are shown as being fraudulent checks. Okay? This man, there is a 50-50 chance that it's the actual Kevin Costner. That's what that's what her attorney says. Okay? Okay, Miss Principal? Her attorney said this, that it's a 50-50 chance that this is the real Kevin Costner.
it might be. But he said, if the fraud department makes you pay those checks back, you still could be prosecuted if they deem them that they're counterfeit.
While knowing there's a possibility this might not be the real Kevin Costner, Shelley refused to believe otherwise. But he made it clear being part of his life will cost her.
He told me last night we had a big argument. He said, if you don't want to pay the $5,900, you can pay $1,500. And he said, if you can't get that money up, then he said, you've got a problem. And he said, if you want to move in with me, you want to marry me, you get that $1,500 up. And he said, if that means me depositing another check or you just pay it somehow. But he said, you're going to have to come up with that money.
Can you imagine somebody saying, if you want to marry me, you got to come up with this amount of money, otherwise it's over with? Can you imagine? I mean, I'm just, I'm putting myself in these people's shoes, and I honestly, I do. I try to, y'all. I try to, okay? Try not to come off as so judgy, like judging these people, but you have to let common sense seep in just a little bit, right? If you don't pay, I couldn't even imagine telling a woman that, hey, look here, look here, look. If you don't come up with this here money, then you ain't finna marry me and you gonna miss out on all of this. I mean, that I can't imagine it. Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries is in the house, y'all. Hello, Legacy Moon. How are you? Legacy Moon, this lady think that Kevin Costner is in love with her. Okay. All right. This lady actually thinks that Kevin Costner, Dances with Wolves, JFK, Kevin Costner, the bodyguard, right? Kevin Costner. Yeah. She said, I'm not going to pay any money to meet you. Okay, let's see what happens.
I said, I don't pay to meet men. I said, gigolos do that. He said, you're talking to a celebrity. He said, do you realize who you're talking to? And I said, you're a child of God, just like I am and everybody else is. I said, a celebrity doesn't mean anything. I said, I dated a neurosurgeon and they went to school for 12 years. That's something you never did. I said, you might have a bachelor's degree, but that's it. I said, you don't have the status they do. You're famous for being, an airhead actor. You're not a physician.
On top of the emotional stress Kevin is putting on her,
he's not an actor either. He's not even fucking Kevin Costner. Are you serious right now? Like she's having this argument as if it is the actual Kevin Costner. That is so fucking crazy to me that she's arguing with the scammer as if you're just an actor. That's all you are. You're not even a doctor. He's not even an actor. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, I'm sorry. Let's listen.
Shelley is feeling the pressure from the financial bind she's now in.
That bank closed out my account. All the other 5 banks closed out my accounts, and I'm having a problem opening a checking account. I went yesterday. Checks Systems has a marker on me now, and I don't know why. They told me to write them in writing. Why I'm not allowed to open a checking account anywhere. I'm worried about it. I started smoking again. I'm not worried, and I shouldn't be smoking. And I'm having a problem sleeping, and yeah, I'm very depressed. Crying spells a lot. But I am almost positive it's him. He said, you are my fiance, we are engaged, and we are going to get married. But
so after all of that back and forth, that she still thinks it's him, and they are engaged. All right, they're engaged. Okay.
He told me last night and today, you don't pay it, it's over.
Stick around until the end, Seekers. We'll pull back the curtains to reveal if Shelley has fallen in love with the real Kevin Costner.
I mean, I can't believe, as educated as I am, that I got involved in something like this. I mean, it's almost like he just has full control of me. It's really weird how this person has control over me.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing. And once you've done that, give this video a like too.
Hey Seekers, if you're only following us here, you're missing half the story.
That's David and Brienne. David always looks like he's just come from the gym. Listen, y'all go check out our good friends over at Scamfish channel. They do good work. These videos are always entertaining. So yes, go check them out, subscribe, and yeah, and then we can laugh at these together.
Follow Catfish Online on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for updates and content we don't share on YouTube.
If you're looking to contact us and you think you might need our help finding out who you're communicating with online, or maybe you need help breaking through to a friend or a family member, don't hesitate to reach out to our email, sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. We can help you find the answers you've been looking for. We have some work to do. Myself and David and Brianne sat down to go through Shelly's case.
Wow, so she really thinks that she's in a real relationship with Kevin Costner?
Yeah, I talked to her the other day and she says she's 90% convinced that this is the real Kevin Costner. He helps her pay for her cat food and she's in love with him. So she had been receiving checks from various people and he had stories as to why he was sending these checks, and she was allowed to take a portion of the funds. And so when she would take the funds, she would pay for the cat food.
The biggest issue to me is the banking stuff. So what's going on with that?
As of today, she's been through 20 different banks.
I can't stop head jerking. I legit can't stop head jerking. 20 banks?
20 different banks, and right now she doesn't even have a checking account.
And
She's been kicked out of 20 banks, y'all. I think that's all of them, isn't it? Isn't there just what you got? You got Chase, you got Bank of America, you got Capital One, you got like Regions, right? You get kicked out of all of PNC. You didn't got kicked out of all these damn banks. What's left? Like what? She ain't gonna stop until she get kicked out of all. I mean, that's a majority of them, right? Right? That's most of them, right? Analytical ones said credit unions. I think that's all she got left, right? I'm just saying. That's just crazy. That's absolutely insane if you think about it. Fifth Third, right? Justice Mom, Fifth Third. That's another major one. But she done got kicked out of all of them, y'all. All of them.
She's 90% certain this is real?
Yes, 9 out of 10 are her exact words.
So she's dealing with a bunch of banks, fraudulent checks, and she still believes this is Kevin Costner. Why?
So she mentioned that when he reveals information to her, it's right before it's been publicized. To help her feel like this is more believable and that this is the real Kevin Costner, she has an attorney friend she spoke to about it, and they're claiming it's a 50-50 chance that this is really Kevin.
Huh? All right, so look.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Wells Fargo, that's right. Navy Federal, Sonoma. She done got kicked out of all them shits, Bible lady. All them shits don't take her no more, okay? All she's gonna have left is Chime. She's gonna have to get a Chime account.
No.
Let's take a step back. Let's look at facts. Like, what can we do to actually help her out? What facts do we have that we can research?
Well, she's claiming that these checks are coming from people that Kevin knows. A simple verification check about his management team, who's in his inner circle, so we can securely tell her, hey, look, these people are associated to Kevin or they're not associated to Kevin.
Right.
And also we should create an IP tracker just to see where this person's located.
Yeah, the IP trackers for the celebrity stuff is always the go-to, because if we can show they're in a separate location, it's a lot easier to have that conversation with them.
All right, so it sounds like you got a pretty good game plan on the research stuff. I have a strong idea of where this is all headed, though.
Same here, but we still have to present the facts. And we have to come with concrete evidence. Whenever we've run into these cases, they're so convinced that these people are real, that they're really talking to the real person. And unless we come with concrete evidence, it's gonna be difficult convincing them otherwise.
Sounds like a plan. I need to get on a call with her right away and get more information about these checks.
All right, cool. Let's get to work, y'all.
All right.
After coming up with a...
I love the way they act like they have a lot of work to do, right? I love the way they act like, let's get to work. No, all they're going to do is do some damn Googling. And that's basically how they're going to prove that this isn't Kevin Costner. But, but I like it. I like it. I like the fact that they are going to pretend like they have a lot of work to do. Okay, yeah.
Game plan on how to break through to Shelly. The next day, Brianne got on a call with her to get more context on these mysterious checks she's been receiving.
Well, thank you for meeting with me. I know you're not feeling well. I want to just get to the point very quickly here. I know that you had reached out to us about Kevin. How is Kevin? When's the last time you spoke to Kevin?
He didn't text me all day yesterday except for one sentence, and he said he wanted me to deposit some checks in my bank electronically. He did. I said, okay. He said, you can keep some of the money, and which I did. Not a whole lot, but it helped with my cat's vet bills. I do have a check here that he sent in the mail.
You didn't cash it?
No.
Oh, why hold on to this one but cash the other ones?
He deposited the other ones electronically.
How much is that check?
$3,000, I think.
Could you send those to me today, like ASAP? The sooner you send those to me, the sooner I can look into everything.
Yeah, I'm worried I'm going to go to jail because a few other banks, the checks did not go through. The last bank was Truist. It went through, but the fraud department's investigating because they deemed it counterfeit, and they told me not to withdraw the money. Cleared, so I went ahead and withdrew the money, and I got.
Why would Kevin Costner send you a check, period? But then if Kevin Costner sent you a check, why would it be tagged forgery? Why would it be a counterfeit check, lady? And you still think that it's a 90% chance that the real rich ass Kevin Costner sent you a damn counterfeit check? Lord of mercy.
Got a letter saying that I should not have withdrew the money. They're investigating now. So I hope I don't go to prison. I'm worried. I'm scared about this.
I want to perform an online investigation. Kevin's not going to know I'm doing this. I want to get an idea of his management team and people he's associated with. I want to verify that and compare it to the people that you have been receiving checks from. Does that make sense?
Yes, there's another Kevin that's been texting me on Telegram, ironically, the same time frame.
Whoa. How many Kevins are you talking to right now?
Right now, 3.
I want to look at the Kevin that you came to us for first, but I will look at the other accounts as well. No problem. I want to just collect everything I can from this Kevin here that you have the strongest connection with. And if you have the names of the people that have sent you the checks, who you transferred the rest of the funds to, any of the recipients there. I just want to verify that these are his close friends and they're tied to Kevin Costner in some way.
That was a thought of mine. My lawyer friend said there's a 50-50 chance it could be Kevin Costner. And then the former DA is a good friend of mine. He was our high school president, and we were at our high school reunion the other night, about 2 weeks ago. He said it wouldn't surprise me if Kevin Costner was involved in something like this.
I want y'all to stop and think about that. I don't know I forgot what the fuck town she says she live in, but these are people who are advising her that this could actually be fucking Kevin Costner, okay? I forgot where, does anybody remember where in North Carolina this is? Because she has people in these high-ranking jobs that are telling her that it's a possibility that it's Kevin Costner for real. Shout out to North Carolina, right? I'm not going to put this on the whole state. But I don't know what the fuck city this is. But don't go there, okay? Don't go there, okay? Shit. This is bad, y'all. This is bad.
Okay. So as of today, your beliefs are this is still the real Kevin.
9 out of 10, I'm going to say 9, it's him. But there's always that chance that it's not him. Like, I'm on Instagram, and I probably have 10 Kevin Costners per day trying to add me on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I have joined a lot of the fan clubs. And a lot of them will message me and say, I'm the real Kevin. They make videos. It looks like Kevin, but it's that A1 stuff. You know, isn't it there's like this technology.
You know the A1 stuff? A1? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the A1 stuff. Yeah. Not AI, the A1 stuff. Yes.
Technology now that they can send a video and it looks like him.
Yeah, so I wouldn't know until we look into it. So we have the ability to do that for you, and I would love to do that. So as soon as we get off this call, as much information that you have, shoot it over to me, and then I can start digging, and this will help us verify which Kevin is the real Kevin, right?
Okay. I mean, I can't believe, as educated as I am, that I got involved in something like this. I mean, it's almost like he just has full control of me. It's really weird how this person has control over me.
I'm hoping to get you answers as soon as possible. If you could please just, in this time, do not send or cash that $3,000 check.
After Shelly had sent over the additional information about the checks, the research team got to work looking into everything regarding this Kevin Costner profile. A few days later, David and Brianne sat down with Shelly to give her the truth.
Happy Monday. Great to see you, Shelly. This is David.
So, how are you feeling? I mean, leading up to this, like, how are you feeling about everything?
Normal, not sad or happy. Just I've been feeling anxious for a long time, but I wouldn't say.
Please drop your opinions of the hat. Now, y'all talk. Now, let's be fair. Y'all talked about the first girl bonnet. Okay, y'all talked about her bonnet. I think it was Kimmy Who that called it a Jiffy Pop bonnet, right? Now, to be fair, okay, what the fuck do this lady have on her head? Huh? Huh? What is this shit that's on her head? Okay, I'm just saying. I'm saying, okay. All right, JMM55 says she a bit slow, but I want now since y'all talked about the first lady bonnet, I want to know which. I want to know what y'all got to say about this lady hat. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The shit looks ridiculous, Legacy Moon. It looks ridiculous.
Like I have in the past. I was very anxious in the past.
Just to fill David in quickly here, last time we spoke, you said you are a 9 out of 10. This is Kevin.
The reason I say that, he knows every move Kevin Costner makes. I mean, every move he makes. I mean, he'll tell me where he's going before it's even on Facebook or anywhere.
Well, let's jump into things because I think we have some interesting stuff for you. So let's talk about like the first set of information you sent over. So you're talking to who you think is the real Kevin Costner, and you're using an email, fieldofat@gmail.com.
Yes.
We looked that email up, and so one thing that's interesting, Shelly.
I want y'all to know, even though they didn't say it, if you look right here, Kevin Costner's email address. Kevin Costner's email address is Field of Dreams. I can't even say this shit. Kevin Costner's email address is fieldofdreams@gmail.com. That's how you reach Kevin Costner, right? Can you imagine meeting Lupita Nyong'o and her email address is 12yearsaslave@gmail.com? Or if you met Tyler Perry and you say, Mr. Perry, I'd like to email you. Yes, my email address is Medea goes to jail at gmail.com. Or let's just say you met Michael B. Jordan, right? And he was like, yeah, my email address is sinners@gmail.com. Nobody would have their email address be a movie that they were in, right? I mean, the fuck? You can see it right there on the screen. Field of Dreams at gmail.com is how you get a hold of Kevin Costner. All right. So if you want to get a hold of Spike Lee, you can email him at dotherighttthing@gmail.com. Oh my God. All the red flags are there. All the red flags are there. Aquarius Moon says, gotta be Linda McMahon's cousin because what? A1. Let's listen, y'all.
Is like everybody leaves a footprint online, right? So if I was to look up your email right now, we could see like what accounts you're associated with. In fact, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So if I look up your email address, okay? I'm looking right now, I literally just pulled up your LinkedIn account, and then there's a picture of you maybe with like a grandchild, right?
Mary Willis, this shit is real. Yo, Mary Willis, these people actually come to them and actually have these issues. They actually have been some of the shows get a little deeper than other ones do, Mary Willis. So a lot of these people will come to them and they will actually track down the people that have been scamming them. They will actually go through and do a whole entire investigation. Now, the ones with the celebrities, these are very simple to prove, but there are some of them that don't involve celebrities where they actually do a deep dive and they go out and they do the whole thing. So we'll get into some more of those, but Mary Willis, these are absolutely real. They are.
Yes.
And then an Instagram account, you have a Quora account, you have a Redfin account, a Disney account, Venmo, New York Post, ESPN. Nextdoor, Page 6, I don't know what that is, it's at news, and then a Pinterest account. So literally, and a PayPal account. Is that all accurate?
Yeah.
So we pulled up this person's email address and there was nothing associated with it. Nothing. Not a name, not a website, nothing, which means that the email was just created and it's only used to talk to you.
Only to talk to me?
So the only thing attached to this email address is the WhatsApp, and that's how you're talking to this person. Why would nothing be attached except for a WhatsApp account, and that's the only way you're communicating?
Because he's a celebrity, he said, and he doesn't want, he doesn't give his actual email. He said he was just using that to communicate with me because he's a celebrity. And
Okay, but would you open up an email just to talk to someone?
if I was a celebrity, I would.
But your significant other, you wouldn't give your significant other a real email?
When he gave me that email, I didn't know him, but I just met him that was day one.
Well, you've been talking to him for 18 months and he hasn't given you his valid email address. He hasn't sent you any pictures of himself.
By the way, they've been talking for 18 months. Okay. A year and a half, right, of no meeting the person. She thinks that this is the actual Kevin Costner. I'm just saying.
No.
Well, let's go through the next stuff. So that's just one thing that we saw, okay? And it's a red flag, just being candid with you. It's definitely a red flag. The other part is the phone number. So we looked up this phone number. The only thing about this phone number that it's a number in Covina, California, but it's a VoIP phone number.
Scammers aren't exactly calling from their personal cell phones. Instead, they use VoIP numbers, which stands for Voice over Internet Protocol. To most people, it looks like a totally normal number, which is kind of the whole point. But here's the twist. VoIP wasn't invented for shady business. Millions of regular people use it every day. It's cheaper than a regular phone plan, works everywhere from Wi-Fi, and allows you to run a whole business without carrying 3 phones. So while normal folks use VoIP to stay connected, scammers use it to vanish into the digital air.
We have 2 pieces of information. We have an email address and a phone number, and there's nothing connected other than a WhatsApp account.
Okay.
So let's talk about that email that you had received from the FBI. So I did some digging. I looked at the FBI email itself. When we ran a search on the email, there was nothing connected to the actual email. And this is supposed to be a verified FBI email, correct? This was
I think that's somebody pulling a prank on me. I'm intelligent enough to know that. And I emailed them back and I said, if the FBI wants me, they'll come to my front door. They're not going to be emailing me.
Here's another telltale sign of like how they try to cover themselves when they go on this show is that they will constantly talk about how intelligent they are. They'll talk about how smart they are. They'll talk about their education. They talk about all these things because as it starts to sink in that they are being scammed, right? The way to deflect away from that is to start to defend their intelligence. So you'll hear this lady talk about how intelligent she is because that kind of offsets the embarrassment of being scammed. This happens damn near every show.
When I looked at the document, it stated that Special Agent Dean Phillips was on the case. Just so you know, with that document, we were able to validate that Special Agent Dean Phillips is an actual person, and he truly did work out of the Denver office for the FBI. He now works in the division from the headquarters in Washington, D.C. So whoever created this document photoshopped it.
Yeah, that makes sense because I used to work in law enforcement, many years ago, but I know how they operate. If they want you, they're going to come to your front door. Now, what did you transpire out of? You asked me to send that link to Telegram today. I mean, what was the reason for that?
Because we want to validate where he's located. So we want to try to get him to click on the link so that we can check where his location is at the time that he clicked on the link.
So, I mean, it looks like he clicked from what's called a VPN, and a VPN basically masks your location on the internet so that nobody knows like where you're at. And so the person actually clicked on this link, the VPN was from the UK Do you know why he would be trying to hide his location?
No, unless he's a celebrity, because he's a celebrity.
Or there's somebody that's trying to hide their location.
Right. Why, her whole thing and her whole reasoning is that he's doing all this shady shit because he's a celebrity. The shit makes no sense, and she just won't say that it doesn't make sense. She wants to put everything on him being a celebrity, but let's listen.
Let's talk about the checks a bit, because you just sent the checks over recently and there's a bunch of names.
He said it's his accountant.
All of them.
He said his accountant travels, and then wherever he's at, he sends them from wherever he's at.
But why would it be in different people's names, Shelley? Because all these checks were in different people's names, and even a trust, by the way.
Well, he said he's a celebrity, and they
See what I'm saying? Well, he said because he's a celebrity. Like, none of this stuff is sinking into her that this shit doesn't make any fucking sense. Even being a celebrity doesn't explain away all the shady shit and counterfeit checks and the fact that every time you present a check, your accounts are being closed because of forgeries and counterfeits, right? Bible lady, it's possible, but he's using a VPN. Okay, I'm just saying.
He said if he just signed it with his name, that they would be suspicious automatically and say that's a Kevin Costner scam.
So wait, but the checks weren't even sent. They weren't even made out to your name. So how was that supposed to work?
Like I said, I thought there was a 90% chance it's him.
No, but what do you think, Shelley? Like, we're breaking it down this for you. The guy's worth $250 million, Shelley. Do you think he's really getting a tax return?
I don't know.
No,
A tax
Shelley.
return for $2,000?
No.
No,
Right.
he's not.
Yeah.
I'm telling you he's not. I'm 100% certain he's not. So other people are sending you checks also. He's telling you could keep some of the money. He's not sending you money through Zelle.
You're in trouble with the banks. You've had to open up 20 different accounts. None of the banks want you. You don't have a checking account right now.
Do you think the real Kevin Costner, Shelley, would put you through this song and dance to send you like a check for a couple $1,000s?
Well, I believed it then.
What our goal is just to show you the facts, right? But what I'm trying to do is have you see the facts and not this facade, this story that this person's giving you, but from a logical perspective, being able to take a step back and being like, what's really going on here?
This is very disappointing, and I don't know how to end up with this guy because he has my address. I think he's in love with me. I'm glad I didn't go to California now because there's no telling who he is. I do think he's in love with me.
Do you hear the ego on this lady? Do you hear the Trina too? Cupcakes. Do you hear the ego on this lady? I think he's in love with me. This person has done nothing but try to get money out of you and give you fake checks, but some kind of way, the ego on her is telling her that this person is in love with her. Lenore says, I have difficulty believing that these people believe they are being scammed. I say that because they come on the show for a reason. If they believed it, they wouldn't be there. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I think a lot of them call themselves verifying, Lenore. They call themselves verifying. But yes, she is ridiculous. She thinks that the person on the other end who has done nothing but ruin her life, right? give her all these fake and counterfeit checks that this person is in love with her. Yep. And Kia Elder, I believe this to be true. She's lonely and wants someone to love her. That's exactly what that hat is screaming. Okay. That hat is screaming, I'm lonely. Someone please love me. That's what the hat says.
Shelly, this person that you're talking to is a scammer. This is an online romance scam. Out of all the years that we've been doing this, we've never seen a celebrity hang out in fan pages, fan clubs, and reach out to fans and ask them to pay for some sort of pass or a meet and greet. It's not reality. It doesn't happen.
That's all we're trying to help you out with. Like we care about you. We want to present the facts to you, but also like we want you to walk away with this because you're talking to four other Kevins, right? We want you to walk away from this and be like, okay, this is the reality. This is not real. Also, here's the other thing you need to realize. When you're accepting money from somebody else, they're being scammed just like you are. And when you cash that check, you put it in your bank account, you're taking their money. When you take their money and you use it to spend money on your cats or whatever else, you're stealing their money. When you take the money and you forward it to this person through cryptocurrency or gift cards, you're helping this person steal money. And so you continue to do this, you're literally helping these criminals commit crime.
Well, I appreciate that. You saved me from investing a lot. I invested a long time, and that's energy I could have done something else with. So I'm glad I won't have to do that anymore.
Do you feel now that you can spot the fakes, like you know the signs and you know how to spot the fakes now?
Yeah, my brothers tried to tell me, I didn't listen to them.
It's okay. Sometimes, hindsight's 20/20, as long as you know now.
How are you feeling, Shelly? You seem a little down.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
What are you most upset about?
Well, that I got lied to.
I'm sure you'll have a chance at some point to meet the real Kevin Costner. Just do it in the right way. Make sure you follow the real accounts on social media with the blue check mark. Follow the band. When he tours again, follow it, and then try to book the concert and see if you can go see him.
Okay.
Sorry, Shelly. I know that it's not easy hearing this information. You've invested 18 months with this person, and they've gotten you in all sorts of trouble with the banks.
I mean, with check systems, I have to write them a letter and they can explain to me why I cannot open an account. And I don't know if I should respond that I got scammed. I don't know.
Yeah, but you still need to follow some sort of process, right? So you're covering yourself. If you can report this to local law enforcement, then that'll help back up your story even more with the check system and let them know, hey, I filed the report, I'm doing the right thing, and I was a part of this online scam. Because right now, if you're not going to report it, but you're going to tell the check system that you were part of a scam, but you haven't reported anything, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and it doesn't look good for you.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we'll follow up with you Thursday. We'll put together the report of the research that we found, and then if you have any questions, you have my number.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Glad we were able to help, Shelly. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yo, that was Shelly, who Kevin Costner is obviously in love with. Not a fake, the real Kevin Costner, okay? Yes, Kevin Costner has a band, Make Beauty Forever and Bible Lady. Kevin Costner is, he has a band. And you can go see Kevin Costner sing songs for whatever reason, okay? I don't know why you would do that, but yes, he has a band. Look, y'all, that came from Scamfish. Y'all go see them people over there on YouTube. Scamfish, thank you so much for allowing me to use this video. I appreciate that. Listen, y'all, that's all I got. I just wanted to come out and hang with you all for a little while on this Friday afternoon, okay? I'm a little hungry right now and a little parched, okay? So I'm going to go get some food and some drinks and or something to drink. And then I'm going to hang out and see y'all tonight, where I will be with my friends V. Lenore and Legacy Moon for After Dark, okay? So y'all look out for that notification. We're going to come out and we're going to have a good time this evening. Meanwhile, I'm going to put my feet up, okay? And I'm going to chill out for a little while. But thank you all for coming through. I want to thank the Notorious Native Tribe Urban Media Mod Squad. Thank you, ladies, for all that you do. I appreciate that so much. You help the show to go as smooth as possible, okay? And listen, Wait, hold on. Denny Vaughn said what now? Denny Vaughn said the Scamfish team are always kind when sharing the obvious news. Shelly is definitely lonely. She needs real life outlets. Absolutely. For the most part, they all do, right? They all do. Janetta says she will have to file bankruptcy to resolve things with check systems, and she may still have some challenges. Exactly. V. Lenore wants to remind you all that there is a Zoom at 7 p.m. So y'all check out V. Lenore in the Zoom, all right? Because apparently we're talking about, are we still talking about hoeing, V. Lenore? Is that the same subject matter? I hope so. Hoeing. But y'all, please don't forget to go to the Zoom with V. Lenore a little bit later on at 7 p.m. Okay? All right. Look, Janetta says tomorrow's her birthday, y'all. Oh, Janetta, what you doing for your birthday, child? What you up there doing? Are you hanging out with the chief of police? V. Lenore would not like that if you're hanging out with the chief of police up there, but let us know what you're doing there tomorrow, Janetta. I hope you have an amazing birthday, okay? But in the meantime, y'all, look, I'm getting out of here. Thank y'all for coming through on this Friday afternoon. I think we had a good time. V. Lenore said, yes, it's all about those 304. So if y'all want to know a little bit about hoeing, y'all check out the Zoom with V. Lenore at 7 o'clock. And then once you get done with that Zoom, come on through to the Legacy Moon channel, and we are going to have some fun after dark, all right? Thank you all for coming through. If you sent us a Cash App, if you gifted some memberships, if you did all the things, right? If you liked the video, thank you so much for helping out to support the channel. I appreciate you so much. All right. And that's all I got. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are enough. You are beautiful. You are loved and you are blessed. And there isn't anything that anybody can do about that. Not even you. All right. So I will see you all later on. Don't forget to check out my friend V. Lenore on the Zoom this evening. See you all after dark.